And listen, man, father time is not our friend at all, but definitely if you're a professional athlete, it's.
So if he comes up to you and says, I want one more fight, is that something you say, like, hey, maybe let's talk about this?
First of all, depending on the damage to the knee, you're talking another year. So I would say, Chris, I love you. Please retire.
Dana, right here to your right. Given kind of where Ian is right now in his build, do you think it's time that the UFC finally goes back to Dublin at some point with him as a headliner? No.
Not yet. One more move, then we go to Dublin.
Gotcha. And kind of sticking with the locations, you had expressed after Weili's last fight that I believe it was her last fight, or maybe it was when Yan Xiaonan won, that you want to go back to China this year. Is that something that we should expect to see Weili in the near future?
Probably.
And then one more for me. We talked to Joe Lozon yesterday at a Q&A. This is the first New England card you guys have held where there's no New Englanders on it. He said that he had hit you guys up a bunch to get on this card, and that he was told his services weren't needed.
It wasn't that services weren't needed. The card was full at the time that he was asking. We already had the card full.
Gotcha. So, like, you're cool with offering him fights if he wants to fight again?
I would like Joe to retire, too. You know what I mean? It gets to the point. It's like Chris Weidman. We're talking about Chris Weidman a minute ago. Weidman reached the pinnacle of the sport and did it in spectacular fashion, knocking out one of the greatest of all time, right? And what's now? Why? You know what I mean? To come back and feel it one more time. We felt it tonight, and he blew his knee out, and he's going to have to go through crazy surgery again and recover from it. It's just like, wow, you've already done it all. You've accomplished everything that you could hope to accomplish in the UFC. And saying that, so is Joe Lozon. Joe Lozon at one point held like the most fight of the night bonuses or performance bonuses or whatever it was. You know, he's been part of the Ultimate Fighter. He's done so much in the sport. You get to an age where it's just like, come on, guys.
And last one for me, the tough finale. Sometimes we see guys that lose the tough finale, like that's it for them. They don't have another UFC fight. But Cody Gibson, safe to say that he'll be sticking around?
Yeah, everybody's blowing me up saying give them both a contract. Yeah, he'll be sticking around.
And actually, I lied. I have one more. We didn't hear from you after Corey Sandhagen's win recently. I guess I just want to kind of figure out what you thought of it and kind of where he fits in this picture.
Yeah, listen, he's the stud. He's been apologizing to me nonstop about his performance. He needed elbow surgery, hurt himself, and I said, kid, every fight can't be the greatest fight you've ever seen. Your performance before that was amazing. You stepped up and you took this fight again on short notice. Stop beating yourself up, man. You know what I mean? Every fight you see is going to be the greatest fight you've ever seen. And every fight you fight can't be the greatest fight you've ever fought. You won. You're in a great position. Heal up, get your shit together, and we'll get you back in there. And, you know, you can erase everybody's memories of you know, people thought that was whatever people thought of it. Yep.
Dana, right here in the front, a few questions for you. I know you don't like to make fights, so I'm not going to ask you about a specific fight, but how you did just say that you don't want Ian to go to Dublin next. I mean,
I do want Ian to go to Dublin, just not next.
Not next.
Madison Square Garden, he's got to go.
Okay, that was the question I was going to ask you. I mean, Irish guy, Madison Square Garden. Is that like a done deal? You get him there?
There's a blueprint for this shit, and we got it. So
you just talked about Sean O'Malley saying how, you know, pro the crowd was from him. I don't remember the last time I saw a crowd be that one-sided for a guy who wasn't their hometown since probably Conor versus Dennis Siver right here.
It's true.
We always talk about who could be the next Conor, Ronda Rousey, Brock Lesnar. What about beyond that? Do you see someone on the roster, possibly Sean O'Malley after they could actually surpass that stardom of like a Conor and Ronda and all those?
Well, it's not about surpassing them. It's about who's next and how. And, you know, when Conor McGregor, you know, exploded onto the scene, he ignited Europe and other parts of the world. And now, like Sean O'Malley coming into Boston, everywhere I went, yesterday and today, everywhere, and I'm sure you guys experienced this too, hair, shirts, the whole deal. I mean, everybody was wearing O'Malley stuff. And you saw the reaction when he won tonight, how the place just erupted. And when you think about this, I say it every fucking Tuesday. The Contender Series is the best show on television. The Contender Series is incredible. You know, now we have 2 world champions from the Contender Series and multiple, you know, up and coming stars coming off that show. And if you, now me and my crew, Hunter, the matchmakers, we're sitting at the office. It's fucking 4:57. We jump in the car and we drive over the Apex every Tuesday and literally watch the baddest fights that you could possibly see. And most of the media guys that are here do it too. I love the Contender, and the Contender is really this streamline to the world championship right now. It's awesome.
I think that's a perfect transition to my next question. Obviously, the Contender Series is continuing to build stars. Probably the biggest star since Sean O'Malley, in my opinion, is probably Bo Nickel. I mean, he's got that buzz around him. He said he's going to take some time off. Any idea when we could see him back in action?
100%. No, but yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, yeah, Bo Nickel, Macy Barber. I mean, Hill. I mean, so many people have come off that show. The list goes on and on. Kevin Holland. I think the last year it started, and then this year from episode 1, and now the second one we just did. This thing's trending worldwide now. We do fights on Tuesday nights; they trend worldwide on social media. So, So before these guys ever set foot in the UFC, millions of people have seen them fight in the Contender Series. It's awesome.
And Dana, my last
And
question.
you know what's crazy? I'll tell you this too. So when I first started the Contender Series, right? So we used to take the numbers. We would judge guys by the numbers that they pulled. We had all the numbers written down on the wall in there on numbers that they pulled. How many?
Oh, shut up, Dana White. You done enough overhyping, bruv. But what a great fight, man. What a great fight, bro. Hey, let me tell you this now, bro. I'm a UFC fan. I'm a UFC guy now too, bro. I've been watching UFC, mate. Yes, mate. That Sterling, Sterling's a bad motherfucker. 9 fucking times that he's won. Yeah, he beat Peter Yan. Henry Cejudo. This guy Sterling is the truth. This guy has never lost. And here came Sean O'Malley, bro. What a position. What a precision. The way that Sean O'Malley just fucking kept that distance, bruv. Mate, this geezer's a boxer. If you go look at Sean O'Malley, right, he was first a boxer before he was in UFC. Yeah, he got undefeated record, but he only fought a couple of fights. But yeah, man, this Sean O'Malley, he's the next superstar of UFC. He is the next Ronda Rousey. He is the next Conor McGregor. I'm telling you. The way that he knocked out the pound for pound, bruv, the way that he kept that distance. And soon as Sterling came in with a big right, bro, Sean O'Malley came in, bang. Wow. What a punch. Bruv, listen, I'm going to keep it real with you. UFC gave me some excitement like it always does, right? So today is the UFC day. But even that, what's her name? Weili Zhang, that fucking Chinese girl, she is tough. She was a fucking monster. You know what I mean? She's like a little machine. Yeah, Zhilei Zhang. She's fucking Zhang's fucking mistress, isn't it? One of his fucking people. That's why Joe Joyce is getting beaten up with the Chinese. You know what I'm saying? But yo, man, Sean O'Malley, the next UFC superstar in the making. Sugar Sean O'Malley, mate. He got my vote. Yeah, mate, I'm rocking with this geezer. I'm rocking with this guy. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, let me tell you this, though. The way that Sugar, you don't understand what he's done. He has knocked out the pound for pound, the best of the world. Sterling is a bad motherfucker, bro. I'm telling you guys, you don't know what's happened. If you're not in UFC, this is big. And the way this Sean O'Malley knocked him out, bruv. And then the way that he went on in the ring, bruh, this guy has got it. The fans went crazy. This guy has got it, man. I'm telling you, he's brought some heat and he brings some excitement today. Oh, man, he brings some excitement. He brings some excitement, bro. But I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, mate, let me tell you this. That guy even tried to do some ground game. Sterling tried to fucking take him down to the ground, but he couldn't. Sean O'Malley had some good defense, bro. He had some good defense, right? And he was just waiting for that Sterling to just get a little bit overcommitted. As soon as he got committed, bam. Sean O'Malley was on it like a fucking laser focus. Laser focus. Oh, yo, respect to the UFC. And that Zhang, that Weili Zhang, she is a beast. Weili Zhang is a beast. I'm telling you, bro. That Weili Zhang, that Chinese fucking girl, she is a beast. And you know what I liked? It was a lot of stand-up game. It was a lot of stand-up game. But I didn't watch any other fight. As soon as I saw the Sean O'Malley versus Sterling, bruv, that shit hyped me up. The way that he knocked him out just hyped me up. I said, man, fuck boxing today. I said, ain't nothing hyped me up like the UFC now. Today it's about the UFC. I said, man, I ain't lying. I ain't been watching no boxing today. You know what I mean? I ain't watching no boxing. I know that Yafaya fought earlier. Yeah, Yafaya fought earlier on the Eddie Hearn show. But yeah, man, this UFC night, so I watched the main event. I watched the main event. And that's Sean O'Malley, bro. He a beast. Let's see what he got to say. Let me see what he got to say. Let's see what Sean O'Malley got to say, bro. Give me a sec.
Test at 51 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO and undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Sean O'Malley.
I'm here with the winner and new bantamweight champion of the world, Sugar Sean O'Malley. How does that feel? What's up, Boston?
It feels right, baby. It feels right.
Sean, you envisioned this. You trained for this. Did you expect it to go down the way it did?
Honestly, this was the most nervous I've ever been for a fight. In my eyes, Aljamain Sterling is the best bantamweight of all time. So yeah, I was a little bit nervous for this fight, but I never lost the confidence because I know what I possess in this right hand, baby!
And Sean, take a look up at the screen, and I want you to enjoy this right hand because it was as pretty as any right hand that's ever been thrown inside the octagon. Look at this timing.
Oh, let's see it again real quick. I said going into this fight, it only takes one mistake against me. I don't even know if that was a mistake. I'm just that good.
Sean, this is a monumental moment for you in your career. I want you to enjoy it, but I want you to tell us, give us your thoughts now on what it means to be the champion and what kind of reign we're going to see from you.
Yeah, this is just the beginning of the Sugar era. I'm running this till 2035, baby. Did Cheeto win?
Cheeto won tonight.
Was it boring? Probably. I'll whoop Cheeto December in Vegas at T-Mobile. Let's go, baby!
Sean, I want you to enjoy this. You worked so hard for it.
Yeah, bro. Sugar Sean is fucking hyped up. He had the whole crowd buzzing. The whole crowd was going crazy in the UFC just now, bro. He is fucking fired up. He wants everybody. But yo, if you guys are into MMA, like I'm getting into as well, do you think that Jermaine Sterling should get the rematch? Do you believe that the guy should get the rematch? He got 9 title defenses, undisputed. Do you believe that Sterling should get the rematch? Yes or no? I think he was caught off guard as well, though. But the way that Sean caught him, boy, he did a Conor McGregor on the guy. But should Jermaine Sterling get a rematch? Yes or no? Fuck no, Sterling don't deserve it, says Danny. Sterling don't deserve it, says Danny. What? Yeah, but he'll still lose, says Dizzy Dro. What? Sterling's a bad motherfucker, bro. What are you guys talking about, man? This is Tank next opponent in boxing. I can't wait. Hey. Shit. What? You guys don't believe that Jermaine Sterling should get a rematch? Okay. I feel like, you know why? He got caught off guard. You understand? He got caught off guard, bro. But he got caught. There's no doubt about it. He got caught. Yo, big up to everybody in the chat. MAW, pound for pound, real boxing. Tony in the house. Yes, mate. Dizzy Dro. UFC fans are here. TBS, the UFC fans are here. That's what I'm talking about. The UFC fans are here right now. You get me? But what do you guys think about Zhang? Weili Zhang? What do you think about Weili Zhang, bro? Weili Zhang came with some fucking pressure. Rap star Lanito helped Weili with her boxing for this fight. Yeah, remember? Hey, Weili looked good though, innit? Weili's a beast. And Chris Weidman should fucking retire, bro. Chris Weidman should retire. You know what I'm saying? Weidman should retire. I'm a combat sports fan, boxing, MMA, and bare knuckle, says Dizzy Dro. I respect all fighters. You know I'm boxing first, though. Yeah, Danny. She's my new favorite female fighter. Wow. Max said that's his new female fighter, even over every fighter. Every combat fighter, Max has got her ahead of Katie Taylor and Clarissa Shields. He got Weili Zhang. I don't blame you. She's a beast. Weili Zhang is a beast. I ain't deny that. She's somebody to be a fan over. You get me? I don't blame you, bro. But what about the knockout for Sugar Sean O'Malley, though? Bruv, that knockout, what the fuck? Bruv, that knockout. That knockout from Bruv, Sean O'Malley's knockout was vicious. Vicious. Wow. Bro, what a fucking knockout. Big up to Mr. Wang. My Asian people are taking over Combat Sports Rap Star. Go on with that. Inoue, Zhang, running, boxing, MMA, Weili Zhang, boxing, Zhang beating up Joe Joyce. Inoue. Let's not forget, bro. Yeah, mate. Big up to the Asians. You get me? MMA is a real dog sport. Yeah, man. MMA has elevated from when I was a little kid, bruv. I remember when I was a little kid, the UFC came, all kinds of people were fighting. Remember? Then Royce Gracie, the Gracie family, they were controlling this MMA until MMA got elevated in other training aspects. The Gracies were the best grapplers in the game. But MMA is so elevated in the last 30 years, bruv. You get me? Last 30 plus years, MMA is so elevated, it's becoming to stand-up, jiu-jitsu, ground game, wrestling. You got to have it all. Yeah, man. But I remember there was a one bad motherfucker. And his name was Royce Gracie. Royce Gracie was a bad motherfucker. And he had a brother. And his brother was a bad motherfucker. Him and his brother were bad motherfuckers. Royce Gracie and his brother. And their dad was the ultimate bad mofo. You understand? If you ever know what MMA is, you'll remember about the Gracie family. Those are the people that invented MMA when it first started, bruv. But now, it's a different game. They were trained by a Japanese guy. And also, pound for pound, his father, Royce Gracie's father, was a bad motherfucker. You get me? Wow. Yeah, man. Sterling took a lick. Sterling took some fucking licks. Hey, yeah, Rickson Gracie. Now you're talking about the hardcore fans are here. Rickson Gracie was a bad motherfucker. Unbeaten. Ken Shamrock was part of the MMA originals too. 100. Look at that. Hey, listen, bro, we got hardcore MMA motherfuckers in the place. Yeah. You better not start getting no smoke with having some UFC smoke. We got some people with the knowledge. Ken Shamrock was another geezer, bruv. Yeah, man, he was a muscular steroid freak. I remember that geezer, Ken Shamrock. MMA, mate. There you go. You guys need to do your MMA training right now. There you go.
Move. 1, 2. That's it. That's it. That's it. With your arms now. That's it. That's it. Move. 1, 2.
All right, let's see who's got the brains in MMA. Who are your top 5 MMA fighters now, past, present? Who are your top 5 MMA fighters, bro? Don't even forget about GSP. Don't even forget about George St. Pierre. GSP is a bad motherfucker. Don't you ever forget about GSP. That's all I'm letting you know. Who are the top 5 MMA guys right now and past? Demetrius Johnson, John Jones, GSP, Khabib, and Fedor. That's some good names. GSP was a daddy for sure. GSP was a beast. There you go, pound for pound. John Jones, GSP, and Khabib. Khabib is a beast. Khabib is a beast. You know what I'm saying? That's a fight that never happened. Khabib versus GSP, bro. What a fight. Tito Ortiz, remember him? He was a fucking killer. Yeah. Diego Sanchez. Nate Diaz. You look at that. Cain Velasquez. Wow. And GSP. Wow. Remember, those guys are sick. Sick. Yeah, man. O'Malley's got me happy, Mirage. O'Malley's got me happy, mate. I don't give a fuck if you call me a casual. O'Malley's got me happy the way he beat Sterling, bruv. All right, mate? And the way that he did it like Conor McGregor. He did it like Conor McGregor, bruv. And the whole crowd went crazy, went upside down, Mirage. So fuck you. I am a fan of O'Malley. I'm a fan of this guy, bro. I think he's going to be the next superstar. Fuck boxing all the time. MMA. It's rap star MMA. It's rap star MMA night. We're going to have rap star MMA now, bro. I'm telling you now, I'm going in UFC. I'm going in UFC. This pink-headed motherfucker, Sean O'Malley, Sugar Sean O'Malley, is a bad motherfucker. And they gave us excitement. Look at that girl, Weili Zhang. Weili Zhang went and fought her life out. That Chinese woman is a beast. Ni hao ma. Ni hao ma to Weili Zhang. You understand? These are fighters that I'm going to follow. These are fighters that we got to speak about on this channel. That's all I'm letting you know. Even Tunde Tupac is fucking happy.
What up?
How are you?
I'm great.
Can we meet you?
My name is Tunde Tupac, aka the Rap Killer,
Tunde Tupac.
the Rap Flexer, kill them all.
Your name is
Tunde Tupac.
Tunde Tupac.
You can write the Rap Killer there.
But Tunde is your
It's
name.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Tunde, with your dressing, I know the kind of song that you're about to present.
Yes.
So you want to tell us about it?
Just rap game. I kill the rap game because the haters want us down, but they're not going to get us.
You don't need to tell us about the haters now.
Rappers, right? You're a
Yes.
rapper.
Rapper.
Good. Let's hear you.
Check it. Ha ha. Check it. Ha ha ha. Check it. Check it. Check it. I rule everywhere. I rule. They want to take me down, but they cannot take me down. Yeah. I rule New York. I rule Lagos to Atlanta. We go to Chicago. Check me out. Check my game. My game is tight. All the haters, I shoot them in the brain. Boom, boom, boom. I've been around with my guys, 50 Cent, Tupac, Biggie, Snoop Dogg. We're all in this game together because I kill them all. I kill Tupac and I kill Biggie. I kill them all because they can't contain my rap game.
Hey!
It's off the hook because I kill you all now.
No, calm down. You killed?
You killed who?
It's just a lyric. Don't fear.
Lyric.
Yeah.
Your lyric
Hey.
will put you in trouble. You have to be very careful. You don't just go about saying things that you don't know.
It's a rap game. That's how it is.
Oh, okay.
How old are you?
I've been in this game for more than 20 years.
How old are you?
What's it?
I'm 15 years old.
What?
Just forget my age. Just focus on how long I've been in the game.
And you know Tupac. You know Snoop Dogg. You know
By the
50
grace of
Cent.
God, we met in the States.
Oh.
Which state?
Akwa Ibom.
This guy.
You're just a joker. You know what? Just go. We'll get back to you.
Mic check, mic check. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Because first we're going to cook the fuck out of Dog Pound before we talk about some more MMA. Let me know if you loud and clear first. That's all I need to know. Let me know if the audio is fucking loud and clear. Now, before anyone says anything, Dog Pound says, are we turning our back on boxing because of one clown week of MMA? Listen, you fucking idiot. Dog Pound, bitch, motherfucker. We're here talking about boxing 24/7, and we like combat sports. And I respect these warriors that go in there like UFC. Yeah? Because they beat the fuck out of you, Dog Pound. They will beat the fuck out of you. Click that link. You click that link while you're disrespecting over here. We're hardcore boxing fans, but we're also combat sport fans. Yeah? But what's going on, Mirage? Sean O'Malley's the next Conor McGregor.
Sean who?
Whatever the fucking guy's name is.
Sean O'Malley.
I call him Miley, right? That's my way of speaking about him. That's just the way that I love it. Listen, look, for years, right?
Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, but listen, for years, right? I got my own way of calling their names out. I was calling Jaime Munguia, Jamie Munguia.
Well,
right? Because it's spelled with a J in it. It's spelled with a J, isn't it?
That's understandable.
Right, so fuck you. I call him Sean O'Malley, Sean O'Malley, Sean O'Malley.
Look at the casuals getting on board. The casuals now trying to talk like they know something about UFC. Don't make me start, man. Don't give me your fucking bullshit rap.
I liked it though. I enjoyed it. No,
I'm the expert in the house.
Mirage. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed UFC. It was a good fucking night of UFC, mate. And you know what? It's not all the time we always enjoy boxing. Sometimes boxing is robberies. Sometimes it's amazing. Sometimes there's great fights. Sometimes the fights don't go the way they want. Hey, listen, I was actually entertained by UFC.
And there's a lot of fights on the card that are like quality fights. Now that's actually dropped off in the last few years, but they used to have a lot more stacked cards in the past.
Now, you being a UFC fan, can you tell us the journey of this guy? I know he beat Peter Yan. I want you to tell me what you think of Sean O'Malley and were you already knowing this guy was about this?
Well, he's basically been called a hype job since he joined the UFC.
Well, what did you think of him?
Well, because I've got such an educated eye, I can recognize real talent straight away. So I already knew this guy's got a special talent, high-level talent. But the haters don't realize. So I'm just looking at his thing when he came. He came in like he hasn't had many fights in the UFC.
He beat Peter Yan,
6 years ago. He's only had he's had some decent fights now, but he was always fighting like weak average opposition.
I mean, he was doing really well. He was knocking people out when he came in UFC, but then he got stopped.
Yeah.
Then he got knocked out, and that changed it for him. Then he's been coming and beating all these guys and coming back with a winning.
But that was a questionable stop. He actually sprained his ankle,
right?
And then he sprained his ankle during the fight, and he dropped down on his back, and he couldn't actually get up. And then the guy jumped on top and sort of punched him a couple of times, and they stopped it. But he couldn't really defend himself. He was already fucked up. So that was a questionable loss.
Okay, so you never took it away from him from that loss?
No, because he literally sprained it. He just couldn't stand on his feet. And that distracted him on the ground.
Are you sure you're not one of these fans who were going for Jermaine Sterling?
No.
Come on. Jermaine
Sterling's a bit overrated. You're calling him pound for pound.
Yeah.
It wasn't pound for pound.
He is a pound for pound.
Well, I don't know. There's no real pound for pound in UFC like lists.
Well, he's the best of his division. 9 title defenses, undisputed. I mean, he was the guy who was the favorite. It
wasn't 9 title defenses. He only won it from Peter Yan.
But so 9 wins.
4 fights ago.
9 win streaks, but he won it about 4 fights ago.
Questionable first win was a DQ for the other guy.
You're talking like you wasn't high on this other opponent, Sterling, bro.
Oh, he's not so fucking. He's not a great fighter. Like he's a good fighter.
He just beat Henry Cejudo, whatever his name is.
Henry came back from like 2-3 years retired. And
This
he
guy
moved up
beat
the division.
TJ Dillashaw. This guy beat Peter Yan. He's beaten all the top guys in the division.
Yeah, he's a high level fighter. Like he's a good fighter. He's just not like GSP or something like that. He's a good fighter. He's high. You
So
know,
basically, what you're saying is that the only reason you like O'Malley is because of his hair,
he's
not
actually
because
like,
of not because of his resume, not because of his resume, not because of who he beat, but because of his hair.
no, I like how he fights. He's a sniper. He's an exciting fighter. Exciting fighter, stand-up fighter. That's why I like him. But he's a douchebag. Like his personality's a douchebag. So I don't actually like his personality.
But the crowd loved him today.
I was sort of hoping he would lose actually, because he's such a douchebag.
But the crowd
I know
loved him, bro.
I know this is good for the UFC. Now he's gonna be a pretty big star
Yeah.
and all that bullshit.
Oh, Dana White just said it already. He goes, he is the next superstar.
And he's skinny as fuck. He can move up weight divisions. He can fight Volkanovski for a super fight. He can move up, at least one division. So there's a lot of options now. But very skilled, great feet.
Volkanovski's a beast at his division.
Yeah, but I think that might make that fight. That UFC doesn't fuck around, man. They'll make a super fight in like a couple of weeks. Dana will just do it and dangle some cash, and the fight's done. None of this negotiation, A side, nothing, dude. That just happens.
All right, well, now we're talking about MMA, yeah? We got a lot of fans coming in that say they know MMA. Now I want to talk about what you thought about Weili Zhang, the Chinese lady. She's
No, I don't give a fuck about the women, man. Especially some.
No, but she fights good, man.
Especially some Chinese bitch that can't even speak English. I'm not really interested in her.
You're very rude.
No, but you need personality to engage. You don't speak English.
Nanito Donaire was training her, you know that.
The women. I mean, she for the women,
Nanito Donaire
she's
been
a
training
beast.
her in boxing, and you say you don't care about the Chinese bitch. That's fucking bad vibes. That's a bad way of speaking, bro.
Nobody's perfect, man. I don't like women's MMA, man. Most of them are crap. She's a beast. Yeah, she's a beast. But
bro, if I ever let that beast onto you, she will beat the fuck out of you. She will bite you. She will eat the fuck out of you, Mirage. She will beat the fuck out of you.
Nah, she's too
Why
small, man.
are you such a China hater, bro?
Nothing to do with that, man. I hate most of the women.
Hey, but do you think you could beat her ass? Honestly, you think you could fuck her
Nah,
up?
man, I'm not gonna beat a woman's ass.
But if you could legally get away with it, do you think you could?
Nah, he should beat the fuck out of him.
She'd beat your ass because you're a little midget.
Whatever.
Anyway, what do you
Ronda
think?
Rousey
TBS?
was a
I
hype
wanna
job.
ask
She
TBS,
was shit.
TBS,
Ronda
what
Rousey
did you
was
think
shit.
about? So, what did you think about the performance? Because Sean O'Malley was very laser focused. He was keeping the distance. He was very, precise with his the way he was trying to let that shot off. And then when he let it off, he caught him. Wow, what a punch, man! I got to give it to the guy, man. He got me excited. What do you think, TBS?
Have you seen other fights of his?
So
I've seen some of his fights, man.
Did you see him fight the guy with like green hair?
Yeah, with Peter Yan.
No, with the green hair. That his name was Chris.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one. I'm not
And he
sure.
beat the fuck out of him. Like the guy was just eating punches. Like the whole fight was brutal.
Yeah,
Like
this
green
guy,
hair.
this guy is a fucking with Peter Yan. I saw it, and just to see the way that he was,
That wasn't his best fight. That was controversial.
but the way he kept that distance, bro, his punch placement. What do you think, TBS?
So I only saw the highlights because I made it late. I got invited to this little party.
Nobody invited you anywhere, man. Don't give us that bullshit.
But I showed up late, so I just caught the highlights. But it looked like he
Who
has
would invite you to a party?
All right, whatever, man. But yeah, it seems like he's getting better with his timing. because before his timing was off. I was never really impressed with him, but it looked like he worked
He
on.
always had good timing. He always great timing.
Not really, man. Not like he kicked. There was that one fight where he kicked some guy in the nuts, and then it ended in a no contest or something.
What's that got to do with timing?
He poked some guy in the eye and then kicked him in the nuts,
What do you
bro.
think someone in the eye got to do with timing?
Because you're not controlling the distance with your timing.
It's got nothing to do with it.
It does. It
With
does.
those gloves, eye pokes happen.
Yeah, but why do they happen? Because they're not punching. They're gauging the distance, trying to get their timing down, and
No, man.
that's why that happened.
No, it's nothing to do with timing. It's because your fingers are out.
So he did it on purpose. Then he's a cheater.
Did you see his accuracy before this fight?
He
His
poked him in
striking
the
accuracy
eyes.
was like 60%.
He poked him in the eyes and kicked him in the nuts, bro. It was on the.
That's accidents happen like it happens in boxing. Doesn't mean your
In
timing's off.
one fight, you're gonna poke a guy and kick him in the nuts in one fight, bro.
Man,
Look, the
clueless
way I
about
look at this
boxing and
fight
MMA,
game,
man.
though, with the UFC, though, Mirage, I've seen good fighters, yeah, they look you in the eyes and they start taking out your front leg. And then when I seen they start taking out your front leg, like if Sean O'Malley was catching those leg kicks to himself by Sterling, later on the fight can change because he loses the power to step off that leg. I've seen all that all the time, that there's a strategic way of science that some of these great fighters, like you've seen, they take your legs out if they can't take you out by your fist.
Yep. Big part of MMA.
Yeah, big part. So I seen that Sterling was trying to go for the leg, but Sean wasn't having it. And Sean what he was trying to do is catch his distance, keep his distance, keep moving. That guy was moving. Sean was the aggressor. So it made it easy for him as well because he was the aggressor.
He's got great feet. He's got great feet.
Yeah, then when I saw that he started moving a little bit here and there, I said, wait there, this guy got movement. I said, okay, this guy got, then he fought orthodox, watch him. Then he goes to southpaw. I said, what's going on here?
He's got better timing, man. He's got better timing than a lot of boxers, maybe. Definitely, like a lot of boxers don't have that natural slick. Just it's very natural, you know. Some people have just got great timing and accuracy, which is what he has. He's not sloppy. He doesn't just swing. He's a sniper.
He got skills, yeah, but I thought that Sterling guy's going to take him by the leg. I said he's going to start bruising up his leg, take his front leg off, and then take the power away from him. Now, of course, Sterling tried to take him down as well, but Sean O'Malley, he was still able to defend that, right?
Yeah, I thought he would get wrestle fucked, to be honest.
Oh, you thought he would? Because he's not a great wrestler, is he?
Well, yeah, he's a stand-up dude.
But his first ever combat fight was a boxing fight.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was a licensed boxer. He stopped boxing to come to MMA.
Wow.
Yeah, you can go check on his records. He's got a boxing fight and he's got 2-2 or 2
What do you think of his boxing rap?
No, I like the way that his stand-up game was today.
Yeah.
I like the way that this Sean O'Malley stand-up game was smart.
But do you think
his punch placement, bro, and then the way that he went in like a beast on the floor, pat, 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 pat. Then he threw another punch on the floor, bang, and I said, "Oh shit, this guy's fucked." And then he got him from the other side, went bang, bang. I said, "This guy's gonna kill him, isn't he?" And then the ref just stopped it. He said, "Nah, man, too many headshots, too many straight, clean headshots to the floor." Sean O'Malley was licking him up. I said, "Man, this guy ain't gonna get up. This guy's the best, isn't he?" Oh man, do you think it should be a rematch?
I don't know, man. I don't know. To be honest, I was shocked that O'Malley won. I was predicting the other guy to win because I was never really impressed by O'Malley, to be honest. Or maybe I was just because of his style. I really don't like his style. I think he's fruity. You know, the guy just looks like a fruitcake, like a bowl of fruity pebbles or some shit. You know.
And, I mean, it's not just the way you look, though. Look at the guy. Conor McGregor when he first came, right? Nobody could see that this guy was acting mad.
No,
I
no,
thought he'd be
Connor.
a.
No, Connor. I actually knew he was gonna be something. Like I saw something special in him. With O'Malley, I'll be honest, I didn't. I didn't. But he, he
He
surprised me.
proves
He
you
did
wrong
good
though
tonight.
now. He proves
He
you
proved me.
wrong now.
Yeah, he proved me wrong. He did good. Yeah.
But I would
I
have
don't know.
thought that.
Mirage said that he already
I
saw it
would
with
have
this
thought a
guy.
guy, Mally would be the type of a guy that appeal to you, like a pink-haired little faggot, sort of suits you. That type of
No, that's
fighter.
why you. That's why you love him so much, Mirage.
So I'm surprised, man. That's right up your alley.
No, that's basically you admitted that's the only reason you love him. You shit on his resume. You said Sterling was nothing, and he hasn't really beat anyone, but you love him.
No, it's about the skill, man. That's why I say with Benavidez, I can tell this guy has got a gift.
Yeah,
Special
but
gift.
Mirage, how long have you been in the UFC game? Because I went and done my research from when it first started with the Gracie family, then Ken Shamrock, then big kind of. There was all kinds of different kind of
The year
fighters at that time.
2000, when I used to hire VHS videotapes of the events.
So you know about the Gracie family, every
course I
single
do.
one of them.
Yeah, I used to because back in the 2000s, the Pride used to have Pride in Japan, the Pride events,
Right.
and they never used to be on TV here. You couldn't there wasn't streaming back then, so I used to listen to like audio calls. Like this used to be like a program where you can pal talk, and you can log in and the people have a street sort of just streaming the commentary, just the audio. That's how I used to follow the Pride events back in the 2000s. So, yeah.
So you actually are more of an MMA fan than a boxing fan.
I've watched more MMA over the last 20 years
than boxing.
Probably, yeah.
Wow. But on that case, yeah, we got to go to Gabriel Sanchez with the super chat. This one's for Tracy. Can you imagine if I bring Tracy to fight in the MMA, what she could do?
Right, what's going on here, Donny Zonderlex? Barry's actually going to propose to Sandra. Sandra has been giving Barry mad head lately, and he's witch, yeah? He's doing this behind the back of the boys because they know, yeah, they would have cussed him out for proposing to Sandra. Tracy had one job to do, and that was to record it. But she's all over the bloody place. Barry's clocked that she didn't get the footage, so he's going to propose to Sandra again. Oh, for fuck's sake, Tracy! What's going on?
Oh, shit. But yo, man, talking about MMA then, now today in MMA, right, there's obviously a lot of good fighters. But I think Sean O'Malley's, they're saying, is going to be the next superstar. Do you agree with that?
He could definitely be a big star, but he's not going to be like Conor McGregor because Conor McGregor had the personality as well. The charisma, the ability to talk. This guy's got a douchebag sort of personality, but he's got his own style. He's got a cool image, so he'll be able to he'll be able to be a pretty big star.
Oh, so you do like his image? You do like his pink hair?
No, I'm talking about what the audience is like you.
I just told you. I think he looks fruity. That's why I don't like him.
Well, that's what you're telling us in public, anyway.
All right, well, the guys that looked not fruity, yeah? We're going to talk about MMA guys that really captured the center of attention and showed the world what MMA was about, right? I want to talk about fighters that people haven't been speaking about right now, but one of them guys, yeah, I've heard in the MMA community that Mirage is a hater of Canelo, and he's a hater of one of these guys in MMA as well. And this guy's a great Khabib versus GSP. Now, I wanted to see this fight. If you guys can break down to me in the chat, who would have won a legendary fight with the guy that was fighting bears from Kazakhstan that beat the fuck out of Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje? These guys are fighting for BMF right now. Then we're talking about the guy that strangled Conor McGregor and threw him away like trash, then went into the ring to fight everyone else. Yeah?
Different
and then we're talking about another guy that he busted up Barboza. He's busted up everybody, and he strangles them, and he locks them, and he fucking takes their manhood out of them. But then you got GSP, one of the best MMA fighters of all time. I would love to know who would have won this fight. In the
Problem
chat.
is the different divisions.
Yeah, but I would have still, they could have made a catchweight.
Well, Khabib didn't want to do it. Khabib's a pussy. That's why I said.
I knew it. I knew you were a hater of Khabib just like you're a hater of Canelo.
Saying facts is hating? That's not
No,
hating.
because you hate, that's what they told me, that you hate Khabib.
I just gave you... No, hating is when you don't have a reason. When you don't have a genuine reason.
Okay, look, let's see what the chat's saying. My
He
money's
never
on
moved up.
Khabib.
He never moved up. He's like all the other guys.
Khabib. People are saying they got Khabib.
No, GSP would have beat him. He's too big.
Dog Pound, go fuck off, bro. If you don't want to listen to UFC, why are you here? Just come back when I speak about
not calling
boxing,
you
bro.
out, man.
I'm going to
Calling
speak
you out.
more about UFC, Dog Pound, than you've ever heard of.
Calling you out, man.
I don't give a fuck. He can go listen to boxing somewhere else. I'll speak about boxing when I want to fucking speak about boxing, all right? We're speaking about fucking UFC today. It's an MMA show. Khabib versus GSP. Wow, what a fight that could have been. What a fight that could have been. One person says GSP. Mastermind's got Khabib. Now, with Khabib, I want to talk about this guy. He strangled everybody. This motherfucker doesn't matter how good you are on your stand game, yeah? He comes running to you like a beggar. First, he looks like a beggar on the floor. This man will come right there, get your little feet. I've seen him get people's feet. And then from their feet, he takes them down like a snake. This motherfucker Khabib, yeah? He got some kind of a different kind of a art. I only saw this early days with Royce Gracie and them. But he's getting away with it when the MMA is so elevated. He shouldn't be getting away with locking everyone up like this.
Yeah, but Rap, the problem is he never fought a high level wrestler. He only literally fought strikers.
But
in the
who was
UFC.
there for him? You can't tell me that Justin Gaethje ain't a wrestler.
He's not a wrestler. He's a striker.
And a wrestler, bro. He's a good
No,
wrestler.
the wrestlers. No, that's like he done some low level
Who
wrestling.
you want him to wrestle? Who? Name me somebody, bro.
Yeah, well,
there was nobody. Everybody in his way. He beat the fuck out of them.
Yeah, but that means the division favored him at the time. He never. I mean,
But
when
you
you only
got to
fight
admit,
guys,
though. But you do need to admit that he has got a very unique style that hasn't been broken.
yeah, he had a unique style. But why didn't he move up? A lot of fighters.
I
Where he said,
understand that.
I got no challenge. Move up because he knew that he knew he'd get mauled. It's a
I think he
15-pound
cleaned
jump.
out.
It's a 15-pound jump.
Look, he cleaned out his division, right? And then his dad died, did it not? And then his dad said, just make sure you retire. And he said, all right, I promised him. Now he's a superstar in his own
Well,
country.
Conor McGregor made him famous. He wasn't a draw before that.
But Conor McGregor is the one that really, that he came in and he came in and he fucked him up. What it is, he got his respect where respect is due. And even Dana White says, I can't take nothing away from Khabib. He's one of my best.
He's a great fighter, but they're talking about him being the GOAT. That's the bullshit. He's not a fucking GOAT just because he's undefeated. More than half his resume are literal cans. So he's no GOAT.
Who's the GOAT for you?
Oh, I don't know. It's a tough question. I used to be a DC fan. DC,
yeah, but he lost to John Jones.
Yeah, but John Jones was fucking caught busted with steroids using fucking PEDs.
Every one of them's on something, though. You know that.
Cormier, I don't think Cormier was. He got a full-on dad bod, full fat. I don't think he was using. But Cormier should have stayed at heavyweight. He was a natural heavyweight. Then he moved down. He wasn't even a light heavyweight. He should have stayed at heavyweight. He was destroying everybody. And he only became an MMA fighter when he was like 30 years old. 31 years old. So to me, he was probably the...
Yeah, but he was doing really well. But his best Legacy was going up in heavyweight and beating that guy Steven. What's his name? The guy that was the guy which was the heavyweight champ. He went up and beat him.
GSP is the GOAT, man. GSP is the GOAT.
Now, GSP, tell us why you think
Stipe,
GSP
you mean
is the
Stipe?
GOAT.
Yeah, he knocked out Stipe. Yeah,
Yeah, he
Miocic.
knocked out Stipe, bro. That was a big win.
And he was a
for-
2-division champ. He was a 2-division champ at the same time.
Yeah, mate. Now, you tell me, boxing scientist, why you just said that statement that GSP is the greatest MMA fighter of all
GSP was
time.
boring, man. It was boring.
But it's not about that.
This guy.
Yo, the boring one might be the best.
I mean, some of his fights were boring. I'm not gonna lie, but a lot of them were exciting. This guy could do it all, man. He could kick, he could punch, he could grapple, he could wrestle, he could submit you. Like he just was the most well-rounded, and he just had a high level of intelligence. He could make adjustments within the fights, and he fought the best of the best, man. He's got a great resume.
What do you think, Mastermind? GSP or Khabib? Mastermind. Get yourself off mute, bro.
GSP got a robbery decision against Johnny Hendricks, so in his second last ever fight. That's a stain. I think most people think Hendricks beat him. You know, GSP's face was all busted up after that fight.
Oh yeah, the one with the blonde.
Yeah, you can make that argument. You can make that argument, but you know what? I've seen worse robberies than that, and people still, you know, like Moreno got robbed recently.
GSP came out of retirement and beat Michael Bisping for a title and retired again.
Yeah, Michael Bisping was a weak champion though, so he cherry picked. That's a Canelo move right there, cherry pick.
It wasn't easy to do though.
No, it wasn't easy, but Bisping was, you know, near the end of his career.
Bisping lost his eye.
Bisping was sort of an upper level gatekeeper.
But he beat Luke Rockwood to win the title. That changed his life.
Yeah, Luke underestimated him, just fought like an idiot. He was super arrogant, and he paid the price. But yeah, it was a good win. It was a good win to come back and beat him, but it was a tough fight. He barely beat him.
Now, I will say that Anderson Silva was one of the best ever. But then his legacy started denying when he lost a few fights to Chris Weidman and to Michael Bisping. When he lost a couple of fights at the end of his career, that kind of tarnished a little bit of his legacy.
You know what his problem? His problem was he could have been the GOAT, but he got too fucking cocky. Let his guard down, put his hands down against Weidman, and then it was all downhill from there.
Yeah. Yeah, he gave that first fight away being an idiot.
Yeah, he was winning.
Yeah, he could have
He was actually winning that fight against Weidman, that first fight. But then when he got knocked out by Weidman, he was never the same after that.
Well, then he broke his leg in the set after that. And then he was just old. But then he was around 40 years old then. Around 40, 39. So it's just a bad timing, snowballed. Everything snowballed, and that's what happened.
He could have been
during
the
his
GOAT.
prime. He was more impressive than GSP. He was like
It was more. I would say he was more entertaining. He was because he would toy. He would literally toy with his opponents.
You remember that fight against the guy who got knocked out and went out and just left the ring? What was his name? You know, when he was swinging and Silva he matrixed every punch, and then just one counter knocked him out, and the guy just left the ring and ran out the ring after he lost. What was his name?
I remember one time he knocked someone out with a kick, one kick.
Yeah, Vitor Belfort in the face.
Yeah, it was against Victor Belfort, and I think Steven Seagal was showing him what to do.
He taught him.
Credit.
He taught him.
He was taking credit.
It's called. It's called.
Steven
Flamingo.
Seagal's got MMA fighters scared of him when you go in there. I saw Steven Seagal teaching this guy Machida and what's his name?
It was a laughing stock, man.
Yeah, but they were shook. He was showing him some moves, and when he showed him the kick, it worked, didn't it, TBS?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
flamingo kick.
he showed him in the dressing room how to do this kick, and the
It's a
fucking guy
real,
went and did it.
it's a real
And then
martial.
Steven Seagal said this, Mirage. I told them what to do.
Yeah.
Not only did he teach Anderson Silva, he also taught it to Lyoto Machida, and it worked for him as well.
Yeah, it worked for them when I think he hyped them up psychologically, right? And he made them believe it, and they believed it.
Whoa,
They were starstruck.
it's Steven fucking Seagal. You're gonna believe anything he says.
That motherfucker was a real motherfucker. You know that. I've done some research on him. He
Man,
really
Steven
was a
Seagal's a fucking
motherfucking
lunatic, man.
He's
He's
a
a pathological liar. He's a pathological liar. He's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
If you look into like the background, like he was legit in his martial art, but he claims he worked for the CIA. He was fucking all this bullshit. He's fucking nuts, man. Reckons
bro,
used
he
to hang
was
out with
doing
Bruce
those
Lee. He used to hang
river.
out with Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee, took his opinion seriously.
You're
When you
right.
check the age, he would have been like 7 years old when Bruce Lee was still alive. Man, the guy's fucking nuts.
Wow.
I used to
didn't know
like
he was
fucking
that
Seagal.
crazy. I didn't know.
Yeah,
he
he's just total crazy, man. The shit he says.
I know that the mob were after him. And
No,
they
that's
ra-
what he says. The Yakuza were after him because he was, so it was opening dojos in Japan and they didn't like it and all this bullshit.
Yeah, you
What
know
about
Steven Seagal. He used to scare some of the Hollywood actors, and they used to get pissed off with him.
Yeah,
what about the FBI? He said the FBI was after him too.
Oh, he said everything, man. If you look into the lie, he's a laughing stock.
So anyway, let's talk about how good how is John Jones the GOAT then? Or is it GSP? John
That's
Jones.
all.
Is it Khabib? Is it who else could I put in there? Royce Gracie?
No, he's different era.
Yeah, but we're talking GOAT, greatest of all time. That means every era.
Royce Gracie's record was but
There was
that
less
time there
developed
wasn't
a sport
that many great fighters.
You have to put Royce Gracie up there.
Some people in the chat said Jones is the GOAT.
Jones is a fucking drug cheat, man.
Jones is the heavyweight.
He's
GOAT.
been juicing his whole fucking career.
John Jones is a
Yeah, that's my only knock on him.
no, wait, I gotta stop there. Somebody just reminded me, hasn't been a man like Conor McGregor who took the sport to where he took it to and how he beat people. I gotta give him that run. How he beat Aldo, Eddie Alvarez, and the way that he beat these guys for the belt. I ain't never seen nobody do what Conor McGregor did. In his prime, Conor
It was
McGregor
a special run,
beast.
but it was too short. He
But it
never
was
cemented
special.
it.
You know
Yeah,
what
it was
happened?
special. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
special.
but
of course.
Mayweather told everybody this. Mayweather said, when he makes this kind of money with me, he's never going to be the same. Watch what I do to him. And he never has been the same.
And he actually had a great performance against Floyd. That was a great. I mean, never boxed before. He
But
won
Floyd
rounds.
carried
He
him.
landed
Floyd
punches.
carried him. Floyd
Nah,
carried him.
get fucked.
Floyd didn't even have a six-pack in that fight, bro. For the
Look,
first time.
Floyd likes to take credit, but look, when Floyd fought him, he already had a loss to Nate Diaz. McGregor lost to Nate Diaz. Let's not.
But that was a 170. He fought him at 170.
Yeah, but still, he lost before he fought Floyd. Floyd didn't fight him
Give
when.
him that, though, TBS.
No, but he won the rematch. He won the rematch.
For him to
Man,
go to
come on,
Aldo,
come on. He got robbed. Nate Diaz got robbed in that rematch. Come on.
No.
well, look, for him to win, him to go down to from Aldo to fucking Eddie Alvarez to beat these other guys on the way. What's his name? The other bad motherfucker, Max Holloway. He a bad motherfucker. Conor McGregor went through him, Dustin Poirier, and then he goes up and he fights Nate Diaz. Fucking hell, who does that, bro? At
And at
that time,
170
wasn't nobody
pounds,
doing
15
that.
pounds higher.
Yeah.
Actually more, because he went from 145. He never fought 145 to 170. He fought Nate Diaz.
Yeah. He's been the biggest attraction.
Oh, you can say that, but you can't say he's the GOAT.
No. Biggest attraction.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I think John Jones is boring. He's
He
a bad
turned into a
motherfucker.
boring fighter. When he was coming up, he was exciting.
Yeah.
He was destroying fools. Then he became a safe point fighter. So yeah.
He was flashy when he first came out. He was exciting. He was doing all kinds of like crazy moves in the octagon that no other person was doing. So I was sold on him from the very first time I seen him fight. And I said, this guy's going to be a champion. And I was right. I won money off of him when he won his first title. He broke the record for the youngest UFC champion ever. And you know what? The only knock on him is the drugs, man. That's why he's not the GOAT. He failed like so many drug tests.
So if it's not him, then who is it?
I told you, GSP. George St. Pierre. You can't knock him. You can't knock him. Like, you could say maybe he wasn't the most exciting, but
He beat all of them. Nick Diaz, Forrest Giffen, Robbie Lawler. He beat all them kind of guys.
yeah, he fought. Man, look at his resume.
Max,
It is
what's the other
literally.
guy? The one
He's
who
got the
fought
most Hall of Famers out of any of these guys.
Max Hughes.
Matt Hughes, yup. He
BJ
beat
Penn. BJ Penn.
twice. He beat BJ Penn twice.
Yep.
Or who won the first fight? I think, yeah, George. I think he beat him twice.
Yep.
BJ Penn won the first one, I think.
You sure?
I don't remember. But he's got BJ Penn on his resume, who is considered by many to be one of the GOATs, you know?
And he even avenged his loss against the guy that he lost against Matt somebody.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one he avenged was Matt Hughes.
No, Matt Hughes was one. The other one. There was
Matt
another
Serra?
one.
Was it Matt Serra who caught him?
Sarah.
That's
That was
it.
the huge upset, yeah.
Yeah, Matt Serra, and he went back and avenged that.
He dominated Sarah in the rematch.
Yeah, he dominated that fight. Yeah, maybe he could be in the argument of the best of all time.
I mean, he has to.
But I still like Khabib.
Okay, so Khabib,
Khabib is a different beast. Look,
he's the most dominant. I would say he's the most.
He hardly
Yeah.
took any punishment.
I know.
He's like the Mayweather of fucking UFC.
That's what I was gonna say. He's the most dominant. Where I don't even know if the guy lost a round, dude. This guy is so fucking dominant. But the only knock on him is his career wasn't that long. It just wasn't like when you talk about Anderson Silva, somebody who dominated for a decade, and that was only in the UFC, right? He was over there doing his thing in Pride before he even went to the UFC. So like I would even put Anderson Silva above him.
Who?
Anderson Silva. I would put Anderson Silva above Khabib for the simple fact that he was more dominant. Jose Aldo, man. That's another guy that dominated for at least a good decade, bro. Yeah. Khabib dominated for how long? For like 5 years, and it's not like he was fighting all the time. You know, he like his record. He doesn't have that many fights. In
the UFC, he's only got maybe 7 or 8 in the UFC. And before that, he was literally fighting bums in the other organizations.
That's what I'm saying.
It wasn't Pride, yeah. That's why
and you know what? I think a Prime Ferguson, because they were supposed to make that fight like three or four times. That's when Ferguson was in his prime. If that fight would have happened, I had my money on Ferguson in his prime.
But he probably would have just wrestle fucked him, man.
No. Because Ferguson was great on the ground. He's
Yeah, I know
he's
it was.
shot. He's shot now. He's shot now. He's a shell of who he was at
Yeah,
one point.
I
So
know.
people,
It was crazy. Had a crazy style and all that. Yeah, would have been
yeah,
interesting.
people forget how good he was though.
Oh yeah.
Like so like that fight, it didn't happen the first time because Khabib missed weight. That's another knock on him. You know, like he wasn't the most professional.
Mhm.
So that's why I don't have him as the GOAT. He's the most dominant force I think we've ever seen. But the GOAT, no. No.
Yeah, but to the boxing fans here, I'd recommend definitely check out UFC, man. A lot of entertainment, and they have like the free to air fights, like the fight nights. They got great cards as well, and it's like this cards are a lot more stacked. In the UFC a couple of weeks ago, was like 7 great fights on the card for the pay-per-view. Probably 7 like known fighters. Known fighters are pretty big names on the card. A lot of great just fucking combat, great combat, exciting. And the people think, oh, it's UFC lay and pray, they just lay on the ground and they hug and all this. That's a dated view. These days they got takedown defense and it's hard. Hard to take people down a lot of the time.
The problem with the UFC is they don't really have that star power they had like around the year 2010.
Yeah, early
You know?
2000s. Well, they don't. They're struggling. Yeah.
Yeah,
Struggling a lot.
they don't have that. That's when they were at their best, like around 2010, 2011.
No, earlier, man. The prime was like when Ortiz, Chuck Liddell.
No, that's when. No,
That was
no,
early
that
2000s.
that's when. Okay, so that's when they got sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Those were the first stars that they had. But when they reached their peak, bro, is when they had, Cain Velasquez, John Jones, GSP was still there.
Chuck Liddell and Ortiz, man, were bigger pay-per-views, man. They were drawing big pay-per-views.
Those were the guys that really took it to the next level. But I mean, when they were at their height, at their peak,
Lesnar, he was a big star, but he wasn't in there much.
Lesnar. That's what I'm saying. That was like 2010. I'm telling
No,
you.
but it was from early 2000s up till then. Trust me, they were doing big pay-per-views. Liddell and Ortiz. It wasn't just you're talking about maybe 2000, 2001. I'm talking a few years after that.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, by 2010, not only were they doing good pay-per-views, but most bars in America were showing UFC fights. Most bars, like you couldn't escape it. It was everywhere. It was everywhere.
I was doing that when Ortiz and Liddell were fighting. I'm telling you, you were probably still your mum was wiping your ass, so you don't understand. So you would have.
No, I saw the origins. I remember Ken Shamrock versus Royce Gracie, bro. Are you kidding me? I was a little kid.
How the fuck you remember that?
It was like 1993 or some shit. I was a little kid. Huh?
Yeah, that was mid-90s or something, yeah.
No, it was 90. It was like 93 or 94. Pretty sure it was 93.
93 was the first UFC. 93, 94.
See, I told you. See?
Yeah, but did they fight? Yeah, they fought in the first one. Actually, they did probably. Yeah. But
you're not gonna teach me about UFC history, bro. I witnessed its origin, its birth, its inception. I witnessed the inception of it, so you can't tell me shit.
Sure. But anyway, so they're desperate for so O'Malley now. This is perfect for the UFC. O'Malley. So they're going to milk it, and O'Malley's going to milk it. But the thing is, there's no easy fights in the UFC, man. He's not going to be, he's not going to just be able to fight a couple of bums next couple of fights.
Oh no, Dana. That's the one thing I like about Dana. Is that's the only redeeming quality he has is that he demands blood.
It's not like now, Canelo can just fight all these cherry pick fighters, John Bum riders, things like that. You can't get away with that in UFC.
And you can't get away with just running and trying to survive. Dana will get on you for that. If the
Yeah,
crowd's
he'll just
booing,
dog you out. He'll just dog you out in the press conference and say, "Man, that was shit."
yeah, that was a shit performance. Remember when Anderson Silva fought that other Brazilian guy, the grappler? He was a grappler. I forget his name, man. He was really good at
I think you know what you're talking about. But how did the fight go? It was a boring
So
fight, wasn't it?
it was a boring fight because Silva didn't. He was afraid to get close and get
Yeah, I know the fight.
grappled. He was afraid to get clinched on by this guy because he would take him to the ground,
And the guy used to
and
just sit on his ass. He kept on flopping on his back, I think.
the guy was just he was like in guard, walking, and so Silva was just like, no, get up. But then he would run. He wouldn't get close, and Dana went off on Silva after that. Yeah, he just fucking dogged him out, and that's the one thing I do like about Silva. I mean, about Dana White is if he was in box, we need that in boxing. Someone that tells these guys stop running, stop fucking fighting like a little bitch. It's fucking boring.
We need these. Well, Dana wanted to get into the boxing. He's been saying for a couple of years he wants to get into boxing. That would be great if he did that.
Well,
He'd mix things up.
He's a boxing fan. He's a big boxing fan. It's just that the MMA thing was his only way of getting rich. He couldn't get rich through boxing, but I think eventually he will get involved with boxing.
Yeah,
somehow.
But I will say this: these MMA guys are looking a bit weak with the way Jake Paul is beating them, picking these MMA guys like that because he's trying to show them they can't box much. What do you think of that?
No, I think it doesn't mean anything because he's picking guys who are literally retired, 40-year-olds who were never even strikers to begin with. Nate Diaz was always mediocre, sort of slapping style even in MMA. Now he's got 2 brain cells left anyway. Almost 40. Like he's very selective.
That's true. He is selective. Nate Diaz was great in his prime, but yeah, he's washed up. He's damaged goods, and he never fights a prime striker, like a guy that's good at
Not
striking.
even an old striker. Silva, but he was literally like 48. He was literally 47 or 48.
But I think that was was that Jay? I thought that was Logan.
No, it was Jake.
Was it? Okay.
It was Jake, yeah, but that's the only legit MMA striker he fought. He was almost 50. None of them have been strikers. None of the others.
No.
So he doesn't even fight MMA strikers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He never fights
Hey, you notice he's never called out Belfort, Vitor Belfort. Vitor Belfort's 45.
Oh, that guy has quick hands. Quick hands,
He's
man.
the guy who knocked out Holyfield, who stopped Holyfield.
He's got quick hands. Oscar De La Hoya was gonna fight him, but he got COVID.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to that.
So
that would have been interesting.
But rap. So he's not calling out a legit striker. Even this guy's old, but he's still, he's roided up. He's vicious.
He knocked out fucking Evander Holyfield.
Yeah, he doesn't want that. So yeah, as an MMA fan, I don't care. I don't care about this. Makes MMA look bad. Not if you have a brain. If you're a casual, you just see, he's beating MMA guys. Oh, MMA guys suck. So
it's just made of mediocre.
Yeah.
No, but he is fighting some guys that can fight. It's just that he's getting them at the end of their career.
Well, they're not strikers. Tyrone Woodley was not a striker. Yeah, he had a great overhand right hand, but it nothing to do with boxing.
Man, he got knocked out bad by Jake Paul. He got
that's embarrassing, man. That guy is so delusional. That guy he acts like he's gangster, like I'm from the streets. Or is it Crompton or somewhere? I don't know where he said he grew up. He's a badass and all this, and then he gets slapped by Jake Paul, man. And it wasn't just that was literally one of the worst knockouts, like even in if you include boxing, like normal boxing matches, You won't find a worse knockout than that in like for years, I reckon. Can you guys remember a more brutal knockout, even in like other boxes, recent years?
Which knockout again? Sorry.
Jake Paul when he knocked out Woodley. You know, when he went down face first. Any more brutal knockouts in boxing in recent years that you can mention?
Honestly, I did not watch the Woodley fight because I already knew how that was gonna go.
Did you see the knockout?
Knocking Leo Santa Cruz was brutal.
Did you see the knockout? Yeah, that was.
I saw the highlight. Yeah, I did. I remember it was pretty bad, but I already knew that was gonna happen. Woodley was never a good striker. He couldn't throw a jab.
He knocked him out in the first fight went the distance. That was a rematch.
Yeah, and Woodley to me, he was never a great. He was never a great striker. He was explosive, but he had terrible form. He couldn't throw a jab. If his fucking live,
It's on the fence for like 90% of the round, and just explodes with a 1-2.
yeah, exactly. He just explodes. He can't set up combinations. He can't fight behind the jab like that. Yeah, I just knew. Like, man, this guy's picking him because he sees what I see. He sees the flaws in him, and yeah,
he's a laughing stock. He's a laughing stock, like in MMA after that. Because the way he fell down, like when you go down face first like that with your ass in the air, that's embarrassing, man. And that's a bad knockout. He was sleeping for like ages. That was bad. And he's still acting like he's a hard ass from the streets and all that, man. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, didn't they make some bet? Didn't they make some bet like about?
I'm a movie, I got movie roles. I'm going places, man.
He had to. Didn't he have to get a tattoo? If the loser had to get a tattoo or something
on his finger. Well. Do you remember he made a rap video, a whole hip hop video for the fight? Oh shit!
Really?
He did a scene in a movie like where. Yeah. What was the scene? It was embarrassing or something where.
I never seen that video. Can you play it? Or no?
No, I can't play it, but you can watch it on YouTube.
All right.
He's a fucking joke. Yeah, he had to get a tattoo. I love Jake Paul or something on his finger.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. If I remember correctly, there was some sort of like bet where the loser had to get a tattoo of the winner's name or something like that.
He got it on his finger.
Oh man, that's embarrassing. And it was like in the contract too, so he had to do it.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's humiliation right there.
Yeah, he got totally humiliated overall.
Yeah. Yeah, I would hate to be that guy, man. But it could be worse. I mean, you could be like Alonso, a bald motherfucker in his 40s living in a fucking studio apartment. Yeah.
Do you know what would be a great opponent for Jake? Mike Perry. They've actually sparred together as well. Mike Perry can fucking sell fights. You know Mike Perry, do you?
Oh, nah. For real?
Mike Perry, man. You would know who Mike Perry is. You just don't know the name. He's fighting in BKFC now.
BKFC? Bare knuckle? The bare knuckle? Oh, okay. Oh, is he that white guy?
Yeah, he's a white guy who sort of talks shit. He's funny.
Oh, yeah. I think I've seen him.
He's sparred Jake Paul. He's sort of still, young. He bangs, but he's actually like he's going places in the bare knuckle world. So, but he'd fight Jake. Mike Perry's a beast. Mike Perry beat a boxer, man, in that Triller. In the Triller thing, they had like a triangle ring. It was boxing. He beat a legit like a pro boxer.
Yeah, you watch all this shit, Rod. You watch every fucking event, huh?
That's why I'm an expert, man. So you listen up.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if I already know how it's gonna go, I don't bother. Like, if it's too predictable on some WWE shit, I don't even bother tuning in.
Canelo fights? because he's always a huge favorite.
No. Oh, Ari, yeah. Oh, so you thought he was gonna beat Bivol, right?
Well, he was a huge favorite, 4-1 favorite.
No. Okay. Oh,
But now we're
okay.
trying to pretend, it was a risky fight. Oh, he's
It
taking
was a
risks
risky
for
fight.
greatness.
Every time you move up a division against a bigger, taller guy who's got reach on you, it's a risky fight.
Cherry
I
pick
don't care
gone
what the
wrong.
odds say. I don't care what the odds say.
Cherry pick gone wrong.
Oh, that was not a cherry pick. If he was a cherry pick, how come no one else could beat him? If he's such a loser,
Well, that
how
was
come no
obviously,
one?
they were obviously mistaken. It was a bad cherry pick, but still a cherry pick.
How is that a cherry pick?
I didn't think he was that good. Did
An
you see the video of Eddie Hearn?
undefeated champion in his prime. An undefeated champion in his prime is a cherry pick. When you're moving up to fight him in his division, that's a cherry pick.
Didn't you see the video of Eddie Hearn during the press conference? He goes talking to Bivol. Oh, nothing in the last 2 fights would have, showed that you could do what you did
Bro,
tonight.
look,
He
only
looked mediocre in his last 2 fights that year. He goes, nothing would have suggested you could have done. They knew this guy. They looked at his fights. They thought, we can take him. He confessed right there. Go look at it. Eddie Hearn.
man,
Bivol,
look
press
for
conference,
look for
post-fight press conference.
look for the
He
thing
gave it
is
up. He spilled the beans. Eddie Hearn exposed everything.
only casuals thought it was a cherry pick. Only because you never heard of Bivol.
Everybody picked Canelo. All the experts, Mayweather, Jim, all the boxers.
No, Mayweather made money off Bivol because he put money on Bivol. Are you kidding me?
Everybody in the gym, people that box, trainers, they interview him before fights.
Not Mayweather himself, though. Not Mayweather. Mayweather himself put money on Bivol, and he was bragging about it, how he won money off of that fight.
Garcia, who's Garcia's dad? What's his name? Robert Garcia. He thought Canelo was going to knock out Bivol. These guys are fucking delusional.
Yeah. Look. I don't care what the odds. I don't care what the odds. I don't care what the odds say, Mirage. Anytime you go up and fight a bigger guy in a heavier division, who's got the height, the reach, and he's in his prime, he's undefeated champion. That is not a cherry pick. I don't give a fuck what the odds say, bro.
That's how people.
No, they don't. No, they don't, because obviously they were all wrong, right?
But it's about what they thought at the time.
No, who gives a fuck what people think?
That's what Canelo thought. That's what Canelo. He thought this is going to be easy work. That's why I'm going to choose him. That's a cherry pick.
No, because he had already cleared 168 and he wanted to do something different.
Didn't fight
He did.
Benavidez. Has he cleared
once you go undisputed, you clear the division. You beat all the champions.
Devin Haney, has Devin Haney cleared 135?
Devin Haney's not at 175.
Has Devin Haney cleared out his division? He's undisputed, yes or no?
At 135? Yeah, he can move up. He should. He's way.
Hang on. You think Haney's cleared out the division?
Yeah, because Tank's not gonna fight him anyways. So why is he gonna say
he cleaned out the division when he hasn't fought Tank or Shakur?
Shakur just moved up, and that fight's not gonna happen anyway. So
I'm forgetting a name. There's another name. Let me look. I'm forgetting a name.
Once you go undisputed, you clear the division. There's always gonna be
bullshit.
No, it's not. No, it's not, because look. There's always gonna be a new guy that people are gonna be like, I want to see you fight this guy now. You beat that guy, guess what? Oh, now this guy just entered.
Stand out. These guys stand out of all the others.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot that stand
So
out.
he hasn't cleared the division, obviously.
So has Bud Crawford cleared the division?
Sort of.
That means no. There's Boots, right? There's Sanionis. Right?
No, it's only Boots. That's the only other one you can question.
No. Sanionis.
He beat the clear number one contender. He beat the clear number one guy. The other number one dude.
Canelo beat all the champions, bro. That's all that matters.
Blaney hasn't even
All
done
these
that.
this Benavidez hype don't matter. It only
Lomachenko
matters.
wasn't even the clear number one dude. The guy fucking lost before.
Okay, and if he beats Benavidez, they're gonna say, "Oh, well, but what about Morel? He's got to fight Morel."
Morel isn't a clear number. Morel is after Benavidez. There's no clear number one dude. You can
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
oh,
Morel has a one of those fake belts like Benavidez. He's
but
just
he's not
like
a clear
Benavidez.
dude. He's got
He
9
has
fights.
one of
He's
those.
clearly the number one dude contender. Clearly, double world champion, beat up Caleb Plant. Behind him, there's a whole bunch. You can say, oh, this guy, Mabili, or Morel.
So
Looks good, but he's never beaten anybody.
how come he waited until Canelo knocked out Plant to have the balls to fight him?
He didn't wait. That's just the opportunity when he had opportunity.
No, he had the opportunity because they were both PBC boxers.
Why did
They were
Canelo
both.
wait?
They
Why
were
did Canelo
both.
wait till David
No,
lost
no, no.
his
Let me
belt
finish.
to
Let me
position?
finish. They were both undefeated champions at the time under the same promotional company.
Dude,
And
they waited for 10 months.
They waited. They waited until Canelo moved up there and fucking just cleared the division. Canelo cleared the division.
He had the bill for 10 months. Canelo hasn't fought David in like years. So, but 10 months, you're ducking. He only had 10 months to make the fight. You guys are acting like they ducked each other for years.
Okay, so when he beats Benavidez' ass, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna retire from the YTBC?
Then I'm going to say, boxing
You're gonna
science is
disappear.
right, and I was wrong.
I don't think you will say that. You have too much of an ego.
No, sure.
and
Well, that means I was clearly wrong. I have to say.
your ego and your pride blinds you
Well,
to the point
thankfully, I
where
don't have to worry about that because the fight's never happening. I'm just going to take your cash. Fight's
it
never
will.
happening.
So first,
You don't understand how confident I am. I would literally bet whatever, man.
okay. So we have 1,000 on the fact that the fight will or will not happen. And then after that, if the fight does get announced, and you pay me my if you pay me my $1,000, I'm willing to make you another bet on who will win the fight once it gets announced.
Bet.
That way, you have a chance to get some money back.
Okay.
But you better pay me the $1,000, bro. If not, you're gonna be ousted.
It's fine.
But yeah, man, it's gonna happen, bro. It's
Canelo's probably going to lose before that, and he's going to lose before that probably.
Well, yeah, but you don't want to put money on Jermell though. I met people
It's hard
that
to win
I
a
have
decision
bets.
against Canelo. It's hard to win a decision even if you beat him.
Bro, even Shadowban has more balls than you. He bet me at least, it wasn't a lot, but it was $40. He put $40.
I'll bet something. I'll bet $100 maybe.
You want to put 100 on Jermell? Let's do it. I got 100 on
It's
Canelo.
hard to win a decision against Canelo. That's the problem. I think he can outbox him. I think he can beat him, but he's not going to be given the decision. That's the problem.
Why wouldn't he? Why, dude? Canelo's risking getting robbed. Canelo's the one risking getting robbed. Let me tell you why. Because he's not a PBC guy, right? These are going to be PBC judges, a PBC referee, and Jermell. You know what Al Heyman really wants to do? He wants to make Jermell 2-time undisputed, just like Bud Crawford, and then that's going to be the mega fight. A 2-time undisputed versus 2-time undisputed for the first time ever in boxing history. That's the fight they're trying to make. You don't see that? Canelo has to knock him out, or he's the one that's going to get robbed, because they're trying to make this mega fight with Jermell. Why do you think Jermell keeps calling out Bud Crawford when he already had this fight announced with Canelo? He's already looking over Canelo, like he's already looking at this mega fight because he knows the fix is in. If Canelo doesn't knock him out, Canelo's getting robbed. But I'm confident Canelo will knock him out. That's how good Canelo is. Even against all odds, Canelo will win. That's how great Canelo is. What do you have to say about that? Now I got you thinking. I got your little brain going, huh, Mirage? You didn't think about that, huh? You didn't look at it that way, huh? See? This is why they call me the boxing scientist. Dude, this fool just rage quit. Hey, Rapstar, who else is on the panel, man? Drop the link for somebody that wants to cook with the boxing scientist. Get up here. Drop a link for the homie J Rocks. Let's see what the chat is saying. And Gabriel, you're from Virginia? I thought you said you were from New York, fool. Quit lying, dog. Quit lying, dog. You say you're from New York. What was that? Oh, you were raised in New York. Hey, Dog Pound, that's a cool picture you have, bro. That movie Cujo, that fucking movie, man, when I was a kid, it scared the fuck out of me, dog. Whenever I would see a Saint Bernard, I used to call them Cujos, bro. Those dogs, I didn't know the name was like Saint Bernard. I'll just be like, oh look, it's a Cujo. It's a fucking Cujo, and I'll be scared. I'll be scared of the Saint Bernards, bro. Fucking big ass dogs, bro. Raj, you there? Oh, this guy Mirage, he's busy finger banging a kangaroo right now. You guys, so I'm here to answer any questions. Any questions you have for the boxing scientist, drop it in the chat. See Gabe, running game over here. Running game in the chat. The homie Gabe. Get it. Hit it. Split it. Hit it. Quit it. Bend them and send them. Hump them and dump them. You already know, Gabe. I don't have to tell you. You already know, dog. Tony Moreira saying who got the straps at 140. So Teofimo's got one or two. No, I think he got two from because they only took, I believe they only took two straps. They stripped Taylor of two straps, so he's got two. Pro Gray got the WBC. He's got the WBC, and then fuck, who's that other fucker? There's like three people with straps at 140. I forget the other guy's name. Tony Moreira is right. See, that's Rolly. Yeah. See, that's why I couldn't remember. That's why I couldn't remember, because I don't consider him a real champion. But unfortunately, yes, those are the champions. Rolly's one of them. It's a fucking joke. Yeah, they need a tournament. They do need a tournament, bro, at 140. They need to get that done. Separate the elite from the obsolete, and see who's really the best at 140, man. Stop with the bullshit. And they need to do that. You know what? They need to do that for every division. I'm tired of this shit. Start a fucking tournament for every division. Let's determine who is the cream of the crop. Let's see who the best motherfucker is, you know? I love tournaments. Bro. On some Bloodsport, Jean-Claude Van Damme type of shit, but for boxing. You know, the best from all over the world compete in this tournament. And then you throw the belts in there. And then you see who's the baddest motherfucker in every tournament. And then that's how you determine who's pound for pound, right? That's how you determine who's pound for pound. Because you say, okay, this guy won the tournament in his division, so he has to be pound for pound. Whoever's the best in their division has to be on the pound for pound list now. Instead of, oh, well, I think this guy's pound for pound because he passes my eye test, like the way he pivots. Oh man, it's the way he just switches. He's a seamless switch hitter. Oh, like, no, fuck that. Fuck that shit. Fuck the eye test. Your eyes could deceive you, right? There's only one way to find out. Put the best against the best, damn it. Tired of this whole fucking eye test bullshit, man. Oh yeah, Gabe is saying, "What's this Bud versus Canelo?" Man, you know what, Gabe? Hit that link. Let's talk about this because I agree. It is stupid, bro. It is stupid, and I'll tell you why, man. To me, it seems like Bud is his success has gotten to his fucking head, bro. It just, he's not operating in reality anymore because all this success is getting to, he thinks he's Aquaman or something. You know, he had this parade where he was on a boat in the water. He thinks he's Aquaman with his with a fishing net and shit. And he's really like believing this Marvel superhero type of shit, man. He's in the Marvel universe. He's not in our universe anymore. He's in his own universe, bro. He thinks he can he thinks he can beat Canelo. First he was saying like it would have to be a catch weight, you know, but now he was I believe he was with Joe Rogan, probably smoking weed with Joe Rogan because, you know, he likes to smoke a lot of weed. And you know, he actually, now he doesn't even want the catch weight. He wants to go full-fledged 168. Oh, Stephen Blackman over here. Of course, Stephen Blackman always rides for his brothers. We know that. We know that about you. So shut your bitch ass up, you Aussie piece of shit. Go find a fucking koala in a tree and fuck it, since we all know that's what you want to do, Stephen Blackman. Fucking creep. But yeah, you're crazy. If you think Bud Crawford can go up to 168 and fuck with Canelo, you are completely out of your fucking mind. You're completely out of your fucking mind, man. Yeah, whoever wants to jump on the panel, whether you agree or disagree, come cook with the scientists. Find your balls, hit that fucking link. Stop being a bitch. Stephen Blackman, piece of shit. Yeah, wait and see. Yeah, we're gonna keep waiting and waiting. Oh, how long are we gonna wait? It took 6 years to make the fucking Spence fight, and they were in the same division, and it took 6 fucking years to make that fight. Bud Crawford's 36 now. What, we're gonna wait another 6 years when he's what, 42? Is that when the fight's gonna happen? Stephen Blackman? You're in the Marvel universe with him, bro. You're over there in the Marvel fucking universe with him, Stephen Blackman. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. That fight's never gonna happen. That fight's never gonna happen. I hope it does, so Canelo can knock his bitch ass the fuck out. Because you Bud fans are just as delusional as him. I don't care how much steroids the snack program gives him. I don't care how many injections Victor Conte fucking injects up Bud Crawford's ass. He ain't fucking with no fucking Canelo. All right? And that's a fact. I don't care how you feel about it. Cry all you want, bitch. Shit, that's some bullshit. I need a beer after that. Hold on. Huh. Yeah, okay, but okay, Tony Moreira saying no steroids, just skill. Okay, even if that's true, we know Victor Conte is all about masking.
Hey, scientist, you better hope that fight doesn't happen because I think Crawford cooks Canelo, man. If they fall.
You're another, you're another
He's
guy.
too
That
small, though. He's too small.
Nah, he's not too small.
He's not
got
too
more
small. I
reach.
agree. He's not too
He's
small.
got
Yeah,
3 inches. He's got 3 inches in reach. He's got about at least an inch in height. So he's got the skill to make up for it. I reckon the way Canelo fights, man, loading up those right hands, man, Crawford will counter his ears off, man.
well, they're both counter punchers, though, Mirage. Canelo's a great counter puncher too.
Crawford's faster.
Yeah, but Canelo's stronger.
Well, you got to land. You want a hot take, Rap? You want a hot take?
Go ahead.
I'm skeptical Canelo would even take the fight.
Well, he already said it. He wouldn't get credit for it.
I think Canelo might duck Terence Crawford. Canelo might duck
Crawford
Terence
is
Crawford.
too small for Canelo Alvarez.
There you go.
Don't
Breaking
know.
news on Rapstar's
He's too
channel.
small.
I bet you haven't heard that anywhere yet. You've never heard that anywhere. Because nobody thinks
Ask
the way
D Calico.
I
D
think.
Calico. D Calico. Crawford wants to fight Canelo. What do you think of that, bro?
See, he wants to be Mayweather so goddamn bad. And like I've been thinking about this for the last couple of days since he said he want to fight Canelo. Like, you know, if he had the elusiveness of Mayweather, he could do it, but he don't. So it's only a matter of time before he gets hurt. Like, he's not elusive.
He was
gets
catching
hit.
shots from Spence, man, bouncing
He
off.
gets hit.
He's Superman now. He's on
Yeah,
that
he's
snack.
Superman.
What is it? Snap? What's it?
Yeah.
What do they
Yeah,
call
he's
that?
smack.
He's on
But
He's on some good shit, man.
but him and Canelo, it's
he's
gonna
a
be
Terminator now.
Look, I thought about it. If him and Canelo fight, if him and Canelo fight, it's gonna be a drug war. It's gonna be a literal drug war.
No, bro.
No,
I mean that's funny, bro, but no, that's not true. Canelo's not on snack. He's the him and Nonito Donaire are the only
founder. He's the founder, man.
No, him and the originator. Are you kidding me? Like, guys haven't been cut on anabolic steroids and all kinds of shit. There's different kinds of peds. He got caught on clenbuterol, which is a diuretic, and that was a one-time accidental contamination. He proved it with the hair follicle test. And you know what?
Delusional.
He does year-round VADA testing. Him and Nonito Donaire are the only 2 boxers that do that.
Did you hear what I said? I don't think Canelo might not even take the fight.
No, I agree. I agree with you, Mirage.
Hang on. What do you mean? So why wouldn't he do it?
Well, because I don't know if you heard an interview where
Canelo said that he don't want to bully him.
he said he would not
No,
get
that's the
credit. He
weakest
would not get.
excuse ever.
He said
what kind of excuse is that?
he knows that he would not get credit for it. He said it.
So he's scared. You just mean he's going to duck.
No,
You've
no,
admitted
it's
already.
not that he doesn't look. These are the last
That's a
three.
huge payday. That's a
These
huge
are
payday.
these are like the last 3 or 4 years of his career. You think he's gonna waste them?
But he's doing the right. Why do you think he's fighting Mel? That's a waste.
No, that's not. That's a legacy fight. That's undisputed versus undisputed. First time ever in boxing history.
Crawford's Crawford's pound for pound #1. Isn't that legacy as well?
What does that? What does that do for his legacy?
What
It
does
does nothing.
undisputed? What does undisputed in another division do? He's not winning those belts.
Yeah, but he's too small. That's the thing. I mean, he's not. You're right. He's not too small. But in the eyes of the public,
hang on.
in the eyes of the public, he's too small, bro.
He's not going to fight him out of sympathy. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, look. I'm not opposed to it. I just
Okay. If he gets offered a centered offer, he doesn't fight him, and it's a huge money offer, huge pay-per-view. Isn't that a duck?
if there's a lot of money involved, and I don't know.
It's
I
going to
mean,
be a lot of money. You know it's going to be a lot of money.
look.
That'll be 1.5 mil pay-per-view.
So he has to get a number and get in line because everybody wants that Canelo payday. All right. So
But Canelo gets paid. The bigger the pay-per-view, the more money Canelo gets.
yeah, but he just signed a 3-fight deal with the PBC. Crawford is not with the PBC.
He just fought with the PBC.
That was a 1-fight deal.
Can he
Or
sign another fight deal
technically-
tomorrow? Can
Well,
he sign
has
another
to
fight
get-
deal tomorrow?
He has to run it back with Spence because there's a rematch clause, so he has to run it back with Spence.
Okay, after
At
that,
they're gonna run it back at 154. Which is
you don't even
stupid.
know that at all. You don't even know they're even going to fight yet. They
Yeah.
just
Spence wants to run it back at 154, and if Spence wants it, guess
That's what
what?
he said.
Yo,
Spence
TBS,
contract
you
is
there?
for 147. They can only rematch
Yeah, we can
147
hear you, but
mandatory.
they're not letting you talk.
Yeah, he can't make
Let him
him
talk.
fight.
Who's this guy? Who is this guy?
That sound like
It's
punch.
Gabe. Gabriel.
Gabe, what up? What up, Gabe? What's up, man?
What's going on? Look, I just wanted to know because I'm still not clear on this. Now, with this 3-fight deal with Canelo, does if he has a rematch, let's say with a Charlo, does that count as the 3rd fight, or is he gonna be fighting someone else? How does that work?
Of course.
It
Of
counts.
course.
It counts as a fight. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it might
open.
be a trilogy. It might be a trilogy.
Yeah, it
You
might be a
never know.
trilogy. That's 3 fights.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's say, for example, this fight with Charlo or the other Charlo. 'Cause I'm hearing he's gonna fight both. Let's say one of them ends up in a controversial draw, for example, and then there's another fight. So that's it for his 3-fight deal.
Yeah, of course. Good.
Yep. That's
That shit sucks. I was kind of hoping he would have faced Benavidez or someone else.
Man, you listen to me.
Benavidez
I've
gotta
been
do
telling you,
something
man. Forget
special.
about that. That fight's not happening.
Benavidez got to beat Andre and another great opponent, and then he could be number 3.
No, that'll make it even less likely because then he's gonna be even. Canelo's gonna say, "Fuck that shit."
He beat up great opponents.
Forget about that. No, but Canelo can always just sign a new deal, 1-fight deal. He can do whatever he wants.
Hey, so what do you think your boy Benavidez is going to do at 175? Does he have enough power for 175?
Of course he does. Of course he does. He's gonna,
I mean,
he's
if
gonna,
Bivol does, he does. You know, because Bivol
he's
ain't
probably
no
going to be
knockout.
stronger. He's going to be stronger at 175.
He's more active. He's more active than anybody at 175. You know, the way he,
Oh.
really lets it go. Like he gets going in those mid rounds, later rounds. Like nobody outworks. But I
gonna be
don't know if he
stronger,
got the power. But Bivol don't got no power, and he doing his job. You know.
Yeah. I mean, Bivol's got okay. Like, you can't just walk through him, but.
No,
yeah,
he's strong. He's strong, and he's
Dave is a
consistent.
stronger puncher. Dave is a more punishing, sharper puncher.
Yeah, he got more in his arsenal than
Yeah, he's got
Bivol.
more sting. You can see he's got more sting in his punches.
Yeah, Bivol's like Rock'em Sock'em Robot.
He sort of rolls
Does
over
Biv-
the punches.
Does Bivol have anything lined up? Any
No,
fights?
man, I don't know what's happening. That guy's fucking around. Isn't he supposed to be rumors he's fighting Yard?
I mean,
How you
wasn't
gonna
he?
fight Yard after the other guy just fought Yard?
I don't know, man. It's fucking joke. It's just ridiculous.
They scared to fight each other that fucking much?
That's boxing, man.
Damn,
said
this is
Anthony
Sean
Yard?
Porter. This is like
Yeah,
Sean
that's the
Porter.
rumor. That's the rumor. He's fighting Anthony Yard.
I hope Anthony Yard beat his ass.
Me too.
God damn, that's a pick. And then
He'll
you're gonna
probably
get
box
your
him
ass
up.
whooped.
He'll probably box up Yard though. Yard's one dimensional unless he catches him.
No, I mean, no, he might just try to do his normal smother you, punch you, you know, like it's not gonna work. With Yard, Yard might hurt him. Yard's gonna hurt him. Yard hurt Bivol. I mean, Better be. He hurt, you know, Better be. In that fight, I saw him make Better be switch up his whole style. We didn't even know he could box. Like he was getting elusive. He was getting fleet-footed and stuff. Like he was a different fighter. I didn't know he could fight off the back foot. I was saying before the fight that he couldn't, but he showed it when he had to. When he got hurt, even Better be can fight off the back foot. I don't think Bivol can do that. When he gets hurt, he's not gonna be able to do that.
Yo, MAW, I see you, bro. She don't want that smoke.
So Haney and Regis, they not gonna fight, or what the hell going on with Haney? Who he gonna fight?
They said today they're working it out. Eddie Hearn said that he's working it out.
Oh, so he's going to 140
to get a venue and get a venue and date.
Adrian Broner say he want all these dudes at 140.
And Adrian Broner he just want money.
Does he stand a chance against a Teofimo Lopez?
Nah, Tio be busting him up right now.
Oh, no way in hell.
The only one
I
who
think,
stand a chance.
I think that's the kind of tune-up. I think that's the kind of tune-up that Teofimo needs before Haney. Know what I mean?
Talk about it. Gabe, you there, Gabe?
I'm here.
Yeah, Gabe.
Yeah, talk about that, bro. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, because what you was I gonna say? Gabrona got some steam. He got a lot of power, a lot more than Haney. And since he got a lot of speed comparable to Haney, that might be a good tune-up for Teofimo. Because if he can weather that storm, he should be able to weather Haney to a degree.
Well, in my opinion, Adrian Broner, I mean, he should just take the easiest fights for the most money at this point in his career, because I just don't see him doing anything like what I don't see him being what he used to be before, and I just really think he's a wasted talent. So against Teofimo, he's gonna get hurt. I wouldn't want to see him get beat down that way.
So watch this. I got a better one for you. A more competitive fight. Adrian Broner versus Rolly Romero.
I think that actually, yeah, I think that
It'd
might
be
be a good
entertaining,
one.
wouldn't it? Hey, imagine just the you know, the lead up to the fight with all the shit talking they'll do at the press conference. Oh man, it'd be classic, man. It'd be
Yeah,
the funniest
it
shit we ever
would
seen.
it'll be entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll be good. For
I
sure.
think that's really a even Steven fight right there.
Who do you see winning? You know, if that were to happen.
I think Raleigh's gonna look like he's winning, but then like a flash punch might just like ruin his day. You know what I mean? Like
How many
Raleigh
fights?
Raleigh equilibrium been off, man, ever since Tank, man. He kind of like messed up.
Yeah, I think the old guy made things worse for him.
I
But
don't think nobody's any good after fighting Tank, man. Like Ryan Garcia, lucky he got out of there with a body blow, because he got hit in the head and got put to bed. People not the same after fighting Tank, man. I'm just saying, man.
All right, now let me ask you a question. I'm hearing that the PBC is under pressure to put up the better fights and stuff. Do you think that is going to apply for Tank Davis? Do you think they're maybe going to move him up to 140 and have him face some better opposition?
They shouldn't make him go to 140. But if he chooses to, I like him to beat everybody at 140. Only person he'll have trouble with is Gary Antoine Russell. That's been my pick at 140 before Teofimo went up there, before Raleigh, before Haney, before all of my great 135 pounders went to 140. I was all in on Gary Antoine Russell, and I still am. I think he's almost, he's a weight bully at 140. He's a knockout artist. Like, he can go up to at least 154 in the future. You know what I'm saying? At the very least. He probably can go further than that. But, yeah, these guys going to have hell with him, man. Nobody's knocking him out. Nobody's knocking him out, and you might get knocked out.
Gary Antoine Russell, I mean, is he the one that fought Loma? So he had like an arm injury or something like that?
Nah, he ain't fight Loma.
Was that Gary Antoine Russell?
Yeah, that was Gary Russell, the big brother. This smaller.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know there's a few brothers, so I get them confused. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It's like 3 of them.
Hey, but you were saying that Tank is like some sort of career-ending motherfucker. He's not, bro.
He'll kill you.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He ain't no killer. He ain't no killer, bro. Look. No, man. Look at Barrios. He's still active.
Barrios is damaged goods. He'll never be the same. What are you talking about?
He won his last fight.
And who did he fight?
Some PBC guy. I don't know, but
they had to grant him a freebie, man. They've been putting that guy through hell. He fought Tank and then he fought Keith Thurman. It was just didn't make no sense putting a young kid through all of that back to back. But he got his most damage from Tank. Like Thurman made him bleed, but Thurman wasn't giving him brain damage like Tank.
I think Thurman fucked up his face more though, bro.
He did.
broke his
He made him bleed. But I'm talking about it, man. Tank was giving him brain damage.
Bro, did you see his nose? Like his nose is never gonna be the same, bro.
Yeah, I feel you. But all that stems from Tank.
How? No, you're giving Tank too much credit. I feel like
Tank. Man, Mario Barrios was so fucked up before he got knocked out.
I think Thurman did more damage, even though he didn't knock him out.
It's like somebody, like your lip never been bust before. Then this guy split your lip open. Now every time you get in a fight, everybody think they doing something. They ain't doing nothing. They just splitting the same split that he already
didn't break his nose. He didn't break his nose like Thurman, bro. Thurman fucked him up. I think Thurman did more damage. Like
Thurman outboxed him better. And Thurman, like you say, man, it was ugly, man. It was very ugly. I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad he had on those heavier gloves, because if he'd have had on those smaller gloves, he would have killed. He'd have really fucked that kid up.
Well, Mayweather didn't let him wear the Canelo gloves, bro. You know, and that's how he hurt his hand, right? He hurt his hand against the Pitbull because he wanted to wear Canelo's gloves, and Floyd was on some hating ass shit. Which he's changed his tune lately. Like, I don't know if you heard, but he's like praising Canelo now. I don't know what the fuck's going on with Floyd.
Yeah, because he don't want nobody. He knows as long as Canelo is the greatest fighter of this century, that keeps him above that, at least by a hair. But if Terrence Crawford or Jamel or one of these guys,
he's saying that to hate on Bud. He's saying that to hate on
everybody else.
Yeah,
he don't want Jamel to be great. He don't want to see Jamel be great, Bud be great. He don't want to see not greater than him.
He's narcissistic.
If they beat Canelo, they can be greater than him. They're on the right path to being greater than Mayweather.
Yeah, he has narcissistic traits, man.
See, I like that. See, the best thing about Mayweather's whole fight game that nobody else really does is he's elusive, man. And that's what made him so great. Like you knew that people were gonna miss like most of their punches. Like they were just gonna be missing and missing. Like he gonna make them look like a rookie, you know? Like I don't care who they is. Sugar Shane Mosley got lucky and got one punch in. After that, he couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, but that was an old Sugar Shane Mosley though, man.
I'm saying even if both of them were younger, it would have been the exact same. Is what I'm saying. It would have been
I
just
don't
like
think
that.
so. No, a prime. I would put money on a prime Sugar Shane, bro.
A prime Sugar Shane would have got a prime Mayweather. Mayweather would have been younger also.
Mayweather was still prime.
would've
He was
never
still
got hit.
prime. He was still in his prime when he fought Sugar Shane.
No. You know what I'm saying, bro. Like if you want to go 5 years before that, they both would have been 5 years younger.
Oh, you mean at 135 when they were both at 135? Because
Yeah, that
because
would
Sugar Shane.
have been the best Sugar Shane you could have possibly had.
Yep.
I know what you're
135.
saying. Yep.
135 Shane Mosley versus 135. Also, a lot of people say that was like the pretty
Like him
boy.
and Mayweather back then, that would have been like a 2-fight, 3-fight type of thing. That could have been like some legacy.
That could have been a trilogy.
Mm-hmm. Could have definitely been. And I don't know if judges even prepared for something like that. You know what I mean? Unless Mayweather just does what he does, man, and just goes out there and don't get touched. Other than that, it's gonna be hard to judge seeing two guys tearing each other ass up like that. You know what I mean?
Hey D, do you see Tank moving up to 140 anytime soon?
Only if he don't make weight. Only if he don't make weight, and I think he can make weight.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, didn't he move up to 140 to fight Barrio? So he could make the weight.
So easy. That's almost too easy for him. Like he's not.
No, I mean he moved up to 140 to fight Barrio.
Oh, you said Barrio. I'm thinking about Romero for a second. My bad. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So why doesn't he just move up to 140? I mean, was there 135 for him?
He really got unfinished business at 135.
Against Pitbull?
No, I mean the Shakurs and the belts. The belts are just floating. You know what I mean? Like he might just want to put all of them around his waist one time.
Yeah, I heard that Devin Haney got stripped of a belt. I'm not sure at 135.
He's the champion recess, but he appealing it right now. But I don't know why. Just move on to 140 and take over. But I ain't gonna lie, Gary Antoine Russell wants Devin Haney so bad. He almost came down to 135 to fight Haney. Like he wants him so bad. Gary Antoine Russell is gonna be a nightmare for him. Like if Haney has to fight Regis and fight Tank and fight Gary Antoine Russell, after that, I don't think he has nothing to worry about. If he can survive those three, the rest of the boxing world is nothing. I promise you, nothing. Because those are the only thing he has to worry about is big punches. Those are the three biggest punches I think he'll ever have to worry about. But I don't see Jerron Boots Ennis in this future. But even Boots Ennis is not proven to be just a one-hit puncher like these guys. These guys will get you out of there early.
And you know what? I don't really see Boots wanting a fight with Bud. I really don't see the desire in him. You know?
Not after what he just saw. Hell no. He don't know what got in the Bud. Nobody knows what got in the Bud. It makes us all look stupid saying what we knew was true. Oh, Bud's declining. Bud this, Bud that. Yeah. He's nothing.
It's a snack program, bro. It's a snack program. That's what.
We're not dumb. I'm trying to tell people. You can't tell me that a man gets older and gets just greater than he ever been. It don't happen like that. We're not stupid. For one, he's not LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no generational talent. I'm not stupid. You know, countering his version of countering is get after getting hit. He gets hit a time or two and then he counters you. So in those kind of odds, you're gonna lose. But for some reason, he got this superhuman power that
I know the reason.
yeah, he could take 2 or 3 punches.
Victor Conte, bro.
He could take 2 or 3 punches, and his one is gonna be just phenomenal. It's gonna change the complexion.
Yeah,
of the
well, Spence. We all thought Spence was going to be the bigger, stronger guy in there, and then you look at his physique, man. At the weigh-in, I was like, "What the fuck? This guy looks like some sort of Marvel superhero." Bud Crawford, he looks like some sort of fucking Marvel superhero. He was juiced up, man.
Yeah, man, because I wanted to think that Spence wasn't in great shape, but he was. He was in great shape, like for a
Spence
regular
was
person.
in the shape that he always comes in.
Yeah,
But
like
Bud,
a regular
but
person. Yeah,
Bud,
he was phenomenal. That didn't make no sense. Like Bruce Lee, like the Black Bruce Lee.
Bud looked better at damn near 36 than he did at 28.
No, he looked way
Like,
better than he did ever in his life. He's
Yeah.
never looked this good. What do you know what I'm saying?
Like how the fuck do you look better in your mid 30s than you did in your 20s? Like how the fuck does that happen?
Yeah, man.
And you can't tell me, oh, it's because I didn't take care of myself in my 20s. No, because he was a boxer already, so he was in shape. He was training. He was in shape. It's just the snack program. It's. I mean, to me, it's obvious, man. And we can't prove it because Victor Conte knows how to mask peds. He's gone on record saying he knows how to mask peds, and these motherfuckers want to turn a blind eye to it. As long as their boxers on it, it's okay. But if Spence would have been on it, they would have they would have thrown a fucking riot.
And Spence says he been on VADA testing ever since the Kell Brook fight. So Spence is a clean motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to question him. It's you know who it is. We know what it is. People say I'm making excuses, like I'm some fanboy. I get on any fighter that ever stepped in the ring. You feel me? If he doing something dirty.
Does anyone think that Bud versus Spence rematch at 154 is a waste of time?
I mean, maybe Spence knows something we just don't know. Because all of a sudden, even Derrick James is back normal. He's back cool and confident. Like whatever it was, they know.
But I mean, why would he want to get back in there if he got his ass beat, so badly last time? I mean, I just think
that it was all Spence. It was not Crawford. What you saw from Crawford it wasn't even what we thought it was. Maybe it wasn't what we thought it was. Maybe Spence was just a shell of himself. He was a shell of himself, and Crawford was just Crawford.
I don't think anybody wants to see that. I don't.
No.
I would like to see Bud face someone else.
Yeah. You know what I think it is, man? It's Spence. His pride is hurt. His pride is hurt, so he wants to run it back. And
even before the fight, we wanted a trilogy, man. Let's be honest. We all wanted.
Yeah, but it happened too late. It's too late to do a trilogy at their ages. This fight should have happened. This fight should have happened 6 years ago, and then we could talk about.
When you said that, I was in the chat. I was like, man. So what were they supposed to have been like? 10 and 15, like their records should have been 10 wins and 15 wins when they fought each other.
No, they were the top guys in their division 5 or 6 years ago, man. Don't act like they weren't. They were the top.
No, what you call it? Ain't been in 147 for 6 years.
Well, Bud, yes, he has. He has. He fought.
6 years.
He fought Horn. He fought Horn. I believe 6 years ago.
Oh, the pandemic did slow everything down. It's like nobody fought for 2 years.
Don't blame the pandemic though. No, they were still
for 2 years. Like I remember when Crawford had that one fight. There wasn't nobody in the ring.
There was fights. Just some people didn't fight for 2 years, but
Crawford damn near fought with a mask on. I remember they took the mask off and went in the ring and fought each other, and it was just ridiculous. Nobody in the ring, nobody watching them. It was
right. Nobody in attendance. Yeah, but there was fights. There was fights happening. There was fights happening, man. And Canelo made an offer during that time, 2020. He made an offer to Andrade, and Andrade was like, "Oh, let's do it after the pandemic. I don't want to fight Canelo behind closed doors. I want people in attendance." That was his.
Yeah, I
That
remember
was his
that. I
chance.
do remember that.
Yeah, it
I
was
do remember
bullshit. And then people say Canelo ducked him. It's like, look who's really ducking. You know, he's blaming it on the
I wouldn't call
pandemic.
that a dog though, because let's be honest, like you gotta have like a vendetta to just want to fight him in an empty ass goddamn stadium. You know what I'm saying? Or you just got to be hungry for the money and whatever the case may be. But I think you're gonna lose some of your, you know what I'm saying, your attention and the real attraction for it. Unless you got a vendetta.
That lets you know. That lets you know. Andrade just wants the attention. He doesn't really want to be the best guy. Like, if you want to be the best guy, beat the guy. You know, that was his chance again. He's had several opportunities. You know, he could have fought Zach Parker and put himself in contention by being the #1 mandatory. And he dug Zach Parker twice. So it's really, you could tell he never really wanted the Canelo fight. It's clout chasing, and now he's gonna get fucked up by Benavidez, it looks like. So
Now,
yeah,
he can be very difficult for Benavidez.
you think that's a
Like,
competitive fight?
Hell
Be
to
honest.
the yeah, hell to the yeah. See, it just come down to those championship rounds, and I think Andre could win like majority of the first 8-9 rounds in those championship rounds. He just losing those, he can lose the fight. That's just how boxing been going lately. Because he's gonna be something this guy's never seen before.
Who Benavidez? Benavidez fought Caleb Plant. I think Caleb Plant is slicker. Caleb Plant is slicker than Andrade.
No.
Yes, he is.
Like, for one, he ain't got no steam. Like, for one, Andre got gears. So Andre will bring the force and make you mad because he bullying, he beating you up. He bringing all he got, and then all of a sudden he'll take his foot off the gas and just become elusive for the rest of the fight and make you mad. It's like, these guys different. Like, he don't just evade you the whole fight. It's gonna be a period in that fight where he's gonna beat you up, and then he's gonna cruise at the end of the fight. He tries to cruise. He tried to steal the first 8 whatever rounds, and then he tried to cruise after 10.
I agree with El Único Chocho. I think Billy Joe is slicker than Plant. Plant is slicker than Andrade, bro. Like, Canelo beat both Billy Joe and Plant, so he would destroy Andrade.
Fuck up if you say Billy Joe Saunders motherfucking slicker than goddamn Andre.
I look at his technique, bro. It's better. It's just better.
Man, for one, see, man, maybe you're looking for some kind of like orthodox, because Andre is definitely unorthodox, and that's what makes it, like, most people unorthodox have an unorthodox offensive attack. This guy's defense is unorthodox, so people don't really know how to deal with him, and he punching out of those awkward positions. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, he is awkward. I'll give you that.
Yeah, he's not Rolly Romero awkward though. He's like got a skill with his awkwardness. It's like you remember back in the day, put him up. Somebody got a crazy type of style, but they really can work out of that style. Like, he got his own style that nobody else has, and it's difficult. So I don't know if it's gonna be hard to crack that code.
I'm looking forward to it. Because Benavidez, in my opinion, that's another guy that's overhyped. So let's see the two hyped up guys.
I thought you was juiced up on Benavidez.
No, well, I like his style. It's fun to watch. I just don't think he can fuck with Canelo. So let's see how he does against Andrade. And yeah, the winner will get
if Andre, because he's not gonna knock out Benavidez. If Andre can't beat him without knocking him out, I don't think nobody can. It's gonna take a knockout to beat Benavidez.
Canelo can knock him out. Canelo can knock out Benavidez.
If Andre loses,
I think Canelo will knock him out.
Only person that can knock him out is David Morrell.
No, Canelo's got more power. Canelo's got more power than Morrell,
No,
bro.
Canelo has the power to knock him out, but Canelo is gonna try to do it in one punch. That's not gonna work. Canelo, you know what I mean? He got it.
So you think it's gonna take like accumulation of punches, like a combination or something?
At least when you can stun him. When you stun him, you got to hit him 2-3 more times. Like you got to put him down. You can't just stun. Like the shit you might knock somebody else out with him, it's not gonna knock him out. And if it really does any business, it's gonna stun him because we've never seen him stun. We've never seen nobody rock Benavidez. He got dropped. He got dropped.
Yeah, he's been right.
Yeah, but it wasn't like that. You know, it was like it wasn't from the chin. Like
He wasn't hurt.
He was hurt.
I hear you. He wasn't like hurt. But yeah, like it just shows you he can get caught. And if Canelo catches him like that,
you're right. A person could lose a fight just like that. That's all. That matter of fact, that's what Andre needs to be, shooting for. If he can get a knockdown in there, which he tends to do, he tends to get knockdowns. He just don't knock people out. If he can get a knockdown on Benavidez,
he's been dropped more times than Benavidez. You know that?
Nah, I ain't really know that.
He got dropped at 154 against Vanes Martirosyan. He got dropped at 160 against it was some black guy from Africa, like some no name. I never heard of him. They both dropped each other, but the ref didn't count the knockdown because they both got up quickly, and it was a double knockdown.
Oh,
and
I remember that.
Yeah, it was weird, right? It was weird. Like the ref didn't even count. Like they both dropped each other.
Yeah,
but I guess
they weren't even waiting on the ref. Like they were just engaged.
Yeah, they got right back up and got into it, and then Andrade just recovered quicker and finished them. And so I mean the ref didn't even count it. I guess because he figures, it cancels each other out. Both their knockdowns cancel each other out, and they weren't really hurt. Neither one was really hurt by it.
It made the fight better. Once they jumped up, it was on.
Right, and so that was the second time, and then his last fight against some guy, the ref didn't count it either, but it was a body shot that dropped him. It was more of a off balance thing. I don't think he was hurt, but still, should have been counted as a knockdown because
the glove touched the ground.
No, he got dropped on his ass. Like he fell on his ass from a body shot, but he rolled it like as a slip. But the thing is, he wasn't hurt. But that should have been.
I think I do remember. I think you off on that one, man. I think you know what you're doing, man. I gotta watch it again, but I think I remember it wasn't like a real knockdown. I don't know. I have to watch it again.
No, yeah, it was a combination to the body. And it didn't hurt him. You could tell it didn't hurt him because they were weak ass shots. But he was just more of a. Because here's the thing about Andrade, he's awkward, and sometimes he's very off balance. He's off balance a lot of times, and that's all it was. He was off balance and got caught, but he was not hurt. But still, that's still a fucking knockdown, and the guy should have been awarded. I'm not saying he would have. I'm not saying he would have won the fight, but If Benavidez catches him like that, it's gonna hurt because Benavidez can actually punch
from every angle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's the best thing about Benavidez. Like he got rapid fire, and he throwing every punch. Like it's some guys that literally only have a few punches in their arsenal. Right. I give it to Benavidez. He got every fucking punch.
But here's the question: does anyone think that Andrade, at this point in his career, can he make a dent in boxing? Being that he's what is he now, 36? I mean,
something
time
like
is
that.
ticking against him. Yeah, so time is ticking against them.
Yeah.
Other than and actually with this Benavidez fight, I don't see him. I see him getting knocked out. In my opinion.
Yeah, he's gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, I mean his chin is in question. All right, if he's getting dropped,
Benavidez don't knock people out.
Well, the ref is gonna come in and stop it because accumulation of punches, and he's not gonna. Yeah, like it's gonna be
I ain't gonna lie.
TKO. I'm calling it right now.
This is like a great tune-up. If Benavidez can win like easily, this is a great tune-up for like David Morrell. I know David Morrell has less fights than all of them, but he's very unorthodox, just like Andre.
I think Morrell
but he
presents
has power. He has a lot of power.
a greater challenge. Morrell is a greater challenge, which is why he's avoiding it. He doesn't want to risk that payday against Canelo.
Yeah, of course not.
That's why he's picking Andrade.
I mean, now he knows what Canelo's going through. Why Canelo won't fight him? It's like, is it worth it?
Canelo will fight him. Canelo will fight him, though. That's the thing. Is Canelo?
I'm saying, is it worth it? If it's worth it, he will. There's no question about it. He don't. He's a businessman. If it's worth it, it has to be done.
This is why, and this is why Benavidez is trying to make it worth it by, first of all, not taking any L's, by making a fight with a guy who a lot of people say that Canelo's scared of, right? Canelo's scared of Andrade. So he's going to fuck up Andrade, even though Canelo's not scared of him, but that's the narrative. So that's going to hype him up more. That's going to hype up Benavidez like, oh, man, he beat the guy that Canelo's afraid of. It's all some WWE shit, man. It's almost scripted, bro. It's almost like I could see exactly what's going to happen. And then when Canelo finally gets in there, don't be surprised if the Vegas odds have Benavidez as the favorite, bro, by the time the fight gets announced.
Yeah.
And I'm putting money. If you're smart, you're going to put money on Canelo and you're going to come up. Watch.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right, so
let's see how. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm hearing talks that the third person that Canelo is supposed to face is the winner of that Andre versus Benavidez. I'm not sure how true that is, but it's just what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm. They might have to replace Jamal or something. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess they're assuming he's going to run through both of them.
I mean, that's best case scenario for Canelo. And
Well, it makes sense when you think about it. Like the winner of that should fight. Like meanwhile, Canelo's over here taking care of the Charlos. Benavidez has a 3-fight deal with PBC. Also, he already fulfilled one of his fights, which was Caleb Plants. This is going to be his second fight with Andrade. The third fight's going to be Canelo. Like it's all there. The stars are aligning.
Hey, if Jamel wins, can Crawford step in and take the next fight, or would Canelo want a rematch?
Crawford's most likely going to be forced to run it back with Spence, which nobody wants to see. But that's like if Spence wants it, like he has no choice, unfortunately. So I really don't see the Crawford Canelo fight happening anytime soon. Maybe towards the end of next year, if we're lucky. Or even 2020, beginning of 2025. But no, not anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see how. I just don't see how it's gonna play out.
I think the only reason he even saying that, just trying to get on the conscience of Jamel. He's trying to be like, hey, even if you win, I'm gonna come fight you up there. Just to be in the back of his mind. But he knows goddamn well that might not even take place. Like even if Jamel wins or loses, Crawford is banking on the fact that Canelo's gonna put a bruising on this kid. That he's gonna
look. If Canelo might end Jamel's career, he might end his fucking career. So like if Jamel, if he's lucky enough to lose by decision, and not get knocked the fuck out, then he might be like, okay, my only chance now at another payday is Bud Crawford. That's the only way Bud's gonna fight Jermell. But if Canelo fucking breaks his face like he did Billy Joe, like, no, forget about that fight happening. Like, you know.
Exactly. And then I don't think Crawford's gonna want none. Like, what's gonna make Crawford say, "Yeah, come on, let me get some"? Like, man, you crazy as hell. You going up 3 weight divisions. This man going up 2 weight divisions. If he gets crushed going up 2 and he's undisputed, you take your undisputed ass up 3. I think you know what's gonna happen.
Right, right.
I never wanted Crawford to be the guy to fight him. Like, you know, me and Rapstar used to talk about this for years. And I'm like, I always knew Crawford had the kind of skills I would like to see go against Canelo, but I knew he was too little. You know what I mean? That's why
it's he doesn't have the power that's required at 168. At 168, it's a different type of force that you're getting hit with. They use bigger gloves for a reason at 168.
He don't have the output, and you know, not just with power, but as far as punch output, like he's not piling up the numbers. Like, being a smaller guy, you should be outworking your opponent. You know what I mean?
Right.
You should be faster than him. You should be
because they're both counter punchers. Both Canelo and Bud are counter punchers. Yeah. So you're right. So it's like you with Canelo, the style to be Canelo is more like a Benavidez, but Benavidez just leaves himself open too much, which is why I think Canelo's going to capitalize on that. Crawford has way better defense, way more defensively sound than Benavidez, but all it takes is 1 or 2 punches and he's going to be on his ass, bro.
Yeah. I'm talking about, in order to really win, he's going to have to attack. And when he attacks, he's not defensive.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like you said, he's a counter puncher. He's a counter puncher.
Right.
Hey, D. Can I ask you a question? Look,
what's going on,
all right. So, does anyone consider what happens behind the scenes? Meaning, when during sparring, like let's say that Crawford is sparring against a heavyweight, right? And maybe he feels that his power can carry higher than his weight division. All right. And maybe that's what makes him feel this confident about getting in there with someone like Canelo. Is it something that he knows behind the scenes that we don't know? Or does he feel that he could take on a higher weight division? I don't know. I'm just asking.
I don't know, bro. Maybe Victor Conte told him, I got some shit, some brand new shit that I developed in my lab. That, you know, this is like, this is some anti-Canelo shit that'll give you the power, you know? I don't know, bro. I mean, there's all shit. It was crazy. His physique was just, he looked like a bodybuilder or some shit, man. Like, I don't know. He was the bigger, stronger guy against Spence, who a lot of people thought Spence had outgrown the division. He was supposed to be the bigger, stronger guy. That wasn't the case. Bud was the bigger, stronger guy. So it's just crazy. I mean, like, the fact that people turn a blind eye to the whole snack program is just crazy to me, man.
But I mean, if you were to ask Victor Conte, he would just say that everybody's on it. Everybody's on something. You know what I mean? So
yeah, he
I guess he's trying to even up the playing field, I guess, and make it legal at the same time. I don't know.
No, I don't see. But when you know how to mask heads, you don't know what they're. At least we know what Canelo got caught with. It was a diuretic. It wasn't anabolic steroids. There's all kinds of peds. So when people say Canelo's juicing, that's bullshit. Juicing means you're injecting steroids. Clenbuterol can be taken with contaminated meat. It's not like steroids. So there's all these false narratives going around because people are uneducated. They're misinformed. They don't know that there's all kinds of illegal substances out there. And Victor Conte knows how to mask anabolic steroids, bro. That's the worst shit you could take is an anabolic steroid because now you got superhuman fucking strength.
They don't understand.
Clenbuterol helps you cut weight. That's different than fucking an anabolic steroid. You know, there's different types of steroids. An anabolic steroids makes your muscles bigger, bro. Like that's the worst. That to me is the worst. You know, they ban alcohol. Alcohol is a PED. No, it's not a. It's a banned substance. I'm sorry. It's a banned substance. It's not because it makes you better, but it makes you sluggish, so you can get fucked up. They're trying to prevent deaths. That's the whole point of making certain substances illegal. Is because if you're intoxicated on alcohol, the other guy has the advantage on you, so now you could die. They're trying to prevent death. So when you get caught with the banned substance, it doesn't mean you're juicing. It could be anything. It could be all kinds of shit. And that's what people don't know how to differentiate the difference between anabolic steroids that fucking the snack program knows how to mask, and diuretics like clenbuterol. They fucking put it all in one fucking category, which is bullshit.
I could have swore I saw an interview where they asked Victor Conte about the about the baseball players, and he said that most of them are on the juice. Most of them are on something.
Baseball,
right?
Baseball has been known. Yeah, baseball has a bad reputation too. Hey, look, all major sports are corrupt. It's just how corrupt are they? In my opinion, FIFA is the most corrupt organization in sports. That's my opinion. It's the most rigged. The World Cup is the most rigged fucking thing ever. Second to that is boxing. Boxing is the second most corrupt sport, in my opinion. And baseball is a close number 3, man. A close number 3. I mean, if you look at like all the legends, Barry Bonds got caught with steroids. HGH he got caught with, to be more precise, right? Human growth hormones. Sammy Sosa, McGuire, all these guys all these guys that were breaking records, right? They were all on that shit, bro.
Yo, TBS, how often do you get on your channel? I haven't subscribed or even checked it out, but I heard you mentioning it.
Oh, so I'm gonna go live tomorrow night, Sunday. I go live Sunday nights, Pacific time. Who is this?
Gabriel.
Oh, I thought you were already. I thought you were already a subscriber. I feel like I talked to you before.
No, I haven't subscribed. I think I might have checked it out a while back, but yeah, just let me know when you're gonna be on. I'll hop on.
Yeah, so subscribe, bro. It's Boxing Scientist 5703. Boxing Scientist 5703. I only go live once a week. Yeah. That's all. Yeah, that's all I can do, bro. I just do this for fun. I usually go out Saturday nights, but tonight I went out for a little bit, but I don't know, the party I went to was kind of whack, to be honest, and so I just came back early, and now I'm here. Yeah.
All right, so I'll let you guys cook. I'm about to hop off the panel. I'll be down in the comments.
For sure, man.
Yeah, I'll check you out sometime this week then. You say you'll be on tomorrow. I'll hop on.
Yeah. Join my panel, bro. Everyone's welcome to the lab, whether you agree with me or not, man. And subscribe and hit the like for Rapstar as well, man. This is one of my favorite channels. You guys are here live with the scientist. I'm your host here. I'm keeping it going for Rapstar because he's the homie, man. Yeah, I do. See, Pound for Pound King, you have to turn your notifications on. You have to hit that bell icon. you have to hit the bell icon. Like when you subscribe, you have to hit the bell icon so that you get notified. Because I do post like at least 2 hours ahead before I go live. I will post that I'm going live. So yeah, if you're not getting notified, it's because you didn't hit that bell icon. But yeah, sometimes I do it kind of late. Like I'll announce that I'm going live like in an hour. So yeah, I'll try to like set it up earlier. But yeah, man. If you like this channel, I'm pretty sure you'll like mine as well. You know, I'm one of the regulars here. So yeah, man. It's just great boxing content. That's what I'm all about, man. This is why we're all here. We're all fiending for this boxing content, right? We all fiend for the violence. We're all violent motherfuckers here, man. Yeah, shout out to Ma, man. He's another regular here. He's always in the chat though. He never hops on the panel, but you know what? He doesn't have to, man. I respect Ma because he always comes with the with that boxing knowledge, man. Pound for pound king as well. Another regular here. These Pound for Pound King is one of my subscribers as well. I always see him in the lab, man. Yeah, man. It's all love here. I mean, sometimes we argue. Sometimes it gets nasty. Hey, but fuck it. It is what it is, man. If it gets rated R, it gets rated R. It gets rated R, man. Fuck it. Yeah. Congrats, J-Rocks. Yeah, hey, that was long overdue, J-Rocks. You should have been wrenched up long ass time ago. But yeah, no, that's good. That way Alonso can't time you out no more. You know, fuck that faggot. Fucking roasted him earlier on another channel, but I ain't gonna talk about that because we're here on Rapstar, and you know what? Hit that fucking like for Rapstar, man. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out the Boxing Scientist as well. The lab is open. The boxing lab is open every Sunday night Pacific time, man. And I'm taking any questions that the chat wants to take right now, man. What do you guys want to ask me? I know I'm like a boxing encyclopedia. Fuck, I'm drunk. Encyclopedia, man. I'm like a boxing encyclopedia. Ask me any fucking boxing question, man. Boxing trivia, whatever the fuck you want to ask me, dog. Do I think Haney beats Regis? You know what? I'm gonna say yeah. I'm going to say yes. Based on Regis Prograis' last performance, I was not impressed. And Devin Haney is on the snack program. Jumping up a weight division is nothing. He's already a huge weight bully at 135. 5 pounds is nothing for Haney, bro. That's nothing. If anything, it benefits him because he doesn't have to dehydrate as much. He doesn't have to cut as much weight. He's bigger than Prograis, bro. This guy's gigantic for 135. So he's also got. I'm not just giving all the credit to Victor Conte here. I'll give credit to Haney as well. Haney has skills, man. You can't deny Haney's skills. He has skills, man. He's very intelligent in the ring. Has a weak ass chin though. So there is a chance for Prograis to hurt him, and he's never felt the power at 140. So it should be interesting, but I still favor Devin Haney for all those reasons. Yeah, exactly. Pound for pound king. Yeah, it's nothing. 140 is literally like Like, what is 5 pounds for him? You know, like, that's nothing, dude. That's what I'm saying. And the same thing with Jermell Charlo, man. You know, yeah, he has no power. He doesn't have no. That's another one of his flaws. But he is technically sound, very technically sound, which is why he hasn't been knocked out. Because yeah, it's hard to catch him, and even when you do catch him, like who's that guy that rocked him? Who's that guy that rocked him? That Colombian guy. I forget his name. But yeah, he got rocked, and he just kept clinching and holding. And Linares, thank you, J-Rox. Linares rocked him, bro. And yeah, man. So for those reasons, I just don't see Prograis beating him, man. I just don't. Prograis is not bad. He's coming off a bad performance. Well, I mean, he won, but it was a sloppy victory. I just don't think he's on the level of a Devin Haney. I would put money on Haney. Oh, is it Venezuela? I don't know. Whatever, man. Their flags look the same. Venezuela, Colombia. But yeah, Linares is the guy. That's what I'm trying to say. No, Regis has skills, Tony. I'm not saying he doesn't. I just think Haney has more skills. He's gonna have the reach. He's gonna be the taller guy. Better footwork. He just does everything better. Prograis just has more power. And a slightly better chin, because he did get dropped, man. That guy dropped. Let's not pretend like we didn't see that. The ref didn't see it because these refs are incompetent these days. But he did get dropped, man. This guy got dropped. Let's not turn a blind eye to that. He got dropped by some guy that, to be honest, I never heard of. I never heard of that guy. Did you guys hear that guy? You know, this guy wasn't like a top ranked fighter, but he was winning some rounds on Prograis, bro. You know, Prograis landed a really clean body shot. I really liked the way he threw that body shot, but it just wasn't enough. He had flashes of brilliance in that fight. There was flashes of brilliance, but not enough to really convince me that he's ready for a level of a Devin Haney. I just think Haney beats him. And I'm not even a huge Devin Haney fan. That's just my honest fucking opinion. But yeah, any other questions, man? Any other boxing questions you have for the scientists? Yeah, that's true. That's true, J-Rox. It's funny how he waited until he had a shitty performance. Yeah, had Regis put on a master performance. Yes, you're absolutely. I 100% agree with that, J-Rox. 100%. This is why you are a regular in the lab. Shit, only the most hardcore fans come to the lab. My favorite fight during COVID. Oh, so you're talking like what, like 2020? Oh shit, I would, to be honest, bro, I'm gonna say, oh fuck. One of the most memorable ones was fucking what's his name? Lopez. The fool from Honduras, Lopez. Teofimo versus Loma. Teofimo versus Loma, bro. That was a big fight. That was a big deal, man. That really should have been for Undisputed, man. If it wasn't for the stupid ass WBC, emailing Loma's belt to Haney and just, quote unquote, upgrading him to what do they call it? Super champion or franchise champion? I don't know, man. Franchise or whatever. That was a stupid ass thing that they did. Man, they should have just let it be for Undisputed and then make Devin Haney the mandatory. Like, what the fuck was that, man? Like, let Tio get that. Let Tio or Loma. If Loma would have beat him, he would have deserved to be Undisputed as well, man. Like, this sucks, man, what they're doing, man. And I think Loma should be Undisputed right now because he got robbed against Haney. Both of those guys should have Undisputed on their fucking resume. If you ask me, it is politics, Tony. It's bullshit politics, man. Gets in the fucking way of greatness sometimes, But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Us boxing fans, though, I respect Lopez. He's got balls, man. This guy's got balls. He doesn't duck anybody, man. I thought, damn, he's too young. He's too young to be fighting a prime Loma. I was like, damn, this fucker has balls. And he whooped his ass. I was rooting for him. All right, so Rap's gonna close it, man. But hey, thanks for having me, Rap. Salute to the chat. Buenas noches, everybody. Adios.